There we go. Sent out all the links, as I am wont to do. Just gonna let people come into chat as is the norm. Wa-da-da-da. Hello, Razir. Can you hear me now? There should be also audio, but it is a wispy sound. A whoosh, whoosh. I will try turning the video game up a little bit. But also, hello, Razir. Glad you could make it. Please confirm if you can hear me. That would be appreciated. Hello, Enderlord. I'm glad you could make it. Okay, so Enderlord can hear things fine. That's good. But yes, hello. Welcome to the next game we are going to be playing. No, not my sister. This is, if you hear background noise, it is my dad and his partner having lunch. Well, what am I supposed to call her? Do you want me to call your partner girlfriend dad? I know I'm streaming. I'm just answering a question. She is your partner. That's the term people use. God. Anyway, hello. Welcome to Control. Control is a game that I played with zero information going into it. So that's what I'm going to do with all you. All you need to know is that this is a game that has a sort of Eldritch vibe. But don't worry about it. We'll discuss more about the game as we play. It does have some horror elements, but is otherwise pretty tame on that degree. Most of the time. That's a good brightness. My speaker system is headphones. I have headphones on. English. Subtitles. Okay. Let us begin.
Fair warning. This is gonna be weirder than usual. Can't be helped. You called me. So here I am. I know I shut you out sometimes. I'm always glad to hear from you. It's just that I get my hopes up. So many times it's led to nothing. I found nothing. It's like we live in a room, and there's a poster on the wall.
Hello, Qwerty. Glad you could make it.
We stare at it and we think that's the whole world. The room and the poster. The picture's something nice. A landscape, a famous person. Like in that movie, what is it called? The prison movie. The room's a cell, and the picture, it's different for each of us. It can be beautiful or terrible, but we're all transfixed. But it's all a lie. Something to distract us from the truth. They're lying to us. We're lying to ourselves. The room's not the world. The world is much bigger and much stranger. There's a hole hidden behind that poster that leads to the real world. We all feel safe in that room. But sometimes something crawls out from behind the poster. And the ones that see it happen freak out and try to forget what they saw. I'm here. Why did you bring me here?
Welcome to
Hello?
the Federal Bureau of Control.
Anyone here?
Invenio Investigatio Imperium. A sword and a key. Big old triangle. That's normal. But yeah, that intro about the room with a poster. Maybe Enderlord. We will get to that. But yeah, I just quite like that intro, especially the talking about the room with the poster and how that's a frame of reality is something that I just quite like. Please wait here. Security check. We are going to do none of that. Just gonna sneak on by. It's fine. Prohibited items reminder. Reminder, certain objects are not allowed inside the Bureau. Recent incidents have necessitated an issued reminder on prohibited materials. Unauthorized weapons, pagers, laptops, smart watches, smartphones, smart gaming devices, anything smart, really. Number 2 pencils. Any object considered iconic representations of an archetypical concept, such as rubber ducks, ketchup bottles, etc., etc. All materials under Bureau investigation is to be brought in through the private entrances. If you see any lobby personnel in breach of these policies, please notify your supervisor immediately. So that is what we are starting with. Whatever that ominousity means. Those would in fact all be prohibited, probably. Internal lockdown in effect. Building lockdown in effect. Multiple containment breaches detected. Multiple building shifts detected. Head of research override. HRA protocol activated. I'm sure that's fine. I don't think I actually saw that on my first time playing this. So that's cool. Little ominous here. Bureau expenditures. Staffing, surveillance, censored. Data center initiative, construction, censored, censored. Office equipment, janitorial cost, censored. Mold removal, HQ livability costs. For cost breakdown spreadsheet, see page 5. For 5-year comparison chart, see page 9. Oh, isn't that lovely? By order of director Zachariah Trench. I mean, kind of Razier. This one doesn't say who it was from. It just is correspondence. And,
This seal. I saw it a long time ago. I keep seeing it in my dreams.
Interesting. Look at this delightful man. Head of research, Dr. Casper Darling. He sure is. Look at him. This is like if what's his name? The guy who did that Waluigi video. The scientist, the essay man. This is what he would look like if he was from the past instead of the future. That definitely makes sense. Our bureau at work. Aw, leaf fell off. Director Zachariah Trench. He's a very stern-looking fellow. This is just the bathroom. There's nothing in here.
Federal Bureau of Control. All these years I've been looking for them, and they were hiding in plain sight.
Oh yeah. Delays caused by house shifts do not count towards overtime. Maybe, Razier. Acoustic guitar for sale. That's fine. That's lovely. Reminder to all staff who left in the refrigerator in containment break rooms 3 to 8. 3.8 has been known to vanish. Plan accordingly. Also a book club. Oh, I can zoom in. Good. Say hi and welcome to some new people in the oldest house. Oh, that's delightful. Don't bring dogs into the office. Some of us have allergies. Remember to wash your hands. Your hands can spread the mold. Not mold, just the mold. Office rules of conduct. Speak in a moderate volume. No personal calls. No food or drink around bureau documents or in the copy room. No using the photocopier for personal projects, or the 3D printer, or the bureau stationery. Wear access badge at all times. No discussing confidential projects out loud. The one to finish the coffee pot makes a new one. That is very good rules. Thematic tune check. I love the clock face. So cute. Turns out guitar is very difficult. Greg in maintenance will sell you a guitar for $50. Cannot crouch. Don't know how to crouch yet. I remember I used one of these when I was working as a janitor. They're useful. Oh, a vending machine full of pistachios, trail mix, crackers, potato chips, and fibers and protein bars. Can't find your office? Watch your step. So things are very normal here, clearly. Security order. Attention all blank. A shark in his, although secure, permission to following basic protocol, shoot to kill, good luck. You were right, Razir. The next document we found is all black lines, except for a shark is loose in the building. Normal. Very normal. Mouse. Mouse is dying battery-wise. R4 reports reminder. Hello, from administration. As you all should know by now, the R4 reports are due by the end of the week. We're still waiting on them from a number of people. If you need an extension, please report Form R4E from your supervisor. If you think you're exempt from filing an R4, then you'll need to get written permission from your department chief saying so. Remember, R4s are mandatory under Section 75.2 of the Employee Manual. If your R4 requires inter-department claims, then please contact the appropriate department head, Dr. Darling, Miss Marshall, Miss Salvador, or Mr. Kirkland, as needed. They'll be busy on Thursday in their annual policy review, so please schedule accordingly. Best, your admin team. As somebody who has worked in law firms and stuff like this, this is very accurate. That's a good question, Razir, and we will learn the answer at some point. Let's work. His life is in your hands. Everyone's safety depends on you. Ah, I hear singing.
Hello? Hey, excuse me.
There you are. You are here about the job. Janitor's assistant. You need to go to the interview. Go that way to the elevator.
Thanks. Elevator that way. Got it.
Very good. I'm Ahti, the janitor, by the way. You'll work for me. You can say I sent you. If they don't hire you, you're helvet. There be work for the axe. Take them behind the sauna, you mouth.
I've done enough night shift loner jobs to know it makes us come off weird. Ahti the janitor is a friendly face in my book.
Welcome
Better than somebody with no face at all.
to the oldest house.
Think about it. No face.
But that said, I know what you're thinking. If there's an axe murderer around, that's him.
So, when I first played this game, I got to this point, and then I realized something. Hey, this is where the game started. So I ran all the way back past Adi, all the way over to the place that we came from. Here's the vending machine, and hey, it's gone. I know this is a very simple trick to do, but this got me. This got me real good. Good day, Adi. And, Darling. Trench. And our bureau at work. Anything over here? No, we did get everything. Well, let's go on up to our interview, as it were.
The cell and the poster. I was 11 years old the first time I saw behind the poster. They told me I imagined it. I've been trying to pull it down ever since. Will you help?
Starring Courtney Hope. Control.
Did I lose you there for a moment? You know what's on my mind. My baby brother, Dylan. 17 years since the men of this bureau took him.
Oldest house, discovered August 4th, 1964. Room 665. And some magazines. Yes, discovered. Not built, discovered. We will learn what all this means. Clearance level 1 required. Very normal house, Robin. Cannot go through there. Can go here, though. Very normal things are happening here. The oldest man in the world? We tell ourselves it's okay to be old. This is true. Collectible. Reminder, redrafting any public-facing material. While penning any notifications of death related to the Willow AWE, please adhere to the following guidelines. Words, phrases to use in the service of his/her country. Regret, proud/pride. Will be remembered. Words, phrases to avoid. Alaska, scissors, blood/bleed, loss, apologies/sorry. Concerning. Oh, also, Robin, the thing that I mentioned to you about sharks is no, not here. Let me go back with it, right? Is here, security order. Attention all. A shark in his, although secure, permission to, following basic protocol, to shoot to kill. Good luck. Well, I can actually answer that, Razir. When it comes to big organizations, if you say the word sorry, two things can happen. One, it will make it very clear that this is your fault. And two, generally speaking, big businesses like this do not want you to feel bad, and sorry can feel under-sympathetic when it is something like, say, the death of a loved one. I'm sorry for your loss is a negative phrase. Now, this may not be a normal human way to go about things, but it is how businesses operate. There's Trench again. Please recycle. This is true. Please recycle. Important. Is that a stapler or an altered item? Don't take office equipment outside the building. Don't read confidential correspondence. It's not just rude, it's illegal. Yes, that is very true, Robin. They want to avoid blood loss. Central Executive Suites that way. Trench, do not disturb. Barbara, I am not to be disturbed. Cancel all my appointments for the day, for the rest of the week. Can't trust them, Barbara. Not a single one. Uh-oh. I'm sure that's fine. Oh! There was a gunshot. Also, here is a boaba tree. These are real trees, but they are very much not an archetypical tree. Just another bit of world building in this game. Like, here are phones that are actually pretty classic phones. You'd see these in regular offices fairly frequently. There is old text typewriter, fountain pens, stuff like that. I'm sure it's fine.
Shit. Shit. You want me to pick it up? The murder weapon? Really?
I adore that they have throw pillows with their logo on it. Don't touch this phone. Understood. I will not. Well, gotta pick up this gun. Feel like if I was smarter, I would know who this person is. One of those people. Anyway, let's pick up that gun. I'm sure it's fine. The gun, sword, contained in the left flank.
And there goes the poster.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. Now, the service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one. Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner and you're it.
Look at this place. Where am I?
Follow the board's instruction to complete the astral plane challenge. Welcome to a very normal looking place. And a very normal looking pyramid. The words that the board of directors is saying, and the way that some of its words are like word/word, implying that it is saying both with its meaning, is perhaps the exact moment where I decided that this game is incredible. And it gets better from here. Also, yes, hello, Yiza. Look at the gold flakes. It's so cool. Yeah, it stops being normal pretty fast. Also, we can do a psychic punch. Smash that man who's made of rocks.
The same gun.
The same gun. Control the gun, House.
Okay. Now I have a gun.
So this game doesn't have ammo. Well, sort of. It regenerates. Because this is clearly a normal gun. Get out of here. Uh-oh. Die. Yiza. And yeah, if this game does remind you of something, this game was made by Remedy, the people behind, among other things, Alan Wake. Fall off the edge. And if you do mean that seriously, Yiza, I am sorry for laughing, but it is very joke coded, for lack of a better term. We wield the gun. You. The board appoints you. Congratulations.
Something's coming. This threat. An attack. Duty as director. Keep the Bureau safe.
Did you hear that?
Bad.
It's the dead man. Right after the pyramid spoke to me, and it was just noise, and I understood every word. And this gun's alive. You know what? I'm happy. Happy to be here. Things have quieted down outside. Is it safe to go?
It does kind of have anti-chamber vibes, yeah. And yes, this is a weird game. And yes, you do need to play it on the lowest difficulty. Have I done that? There was no difficulty selection at the start. If the game gets a little too stupid, I will activate assist mode. But yeah, we now have the gun, which is currently in its first form, grip, because it is a semi-automatic revolver. This game has a gear system. I don't like it, but it's fine. We also have new things. Picture a trench. So much is expected from the director, the responsibility, the privilege. In case files, we have the service weapon. Object of power 1-key E. Containment procedure, no unique procedures required. Description / para-utility. The object's form is variable. When bound, the object allows para-utilitarians, that's people who can make use of these objects, to... This object must only be bound by individuals seeking the role of The object will determine whether, if rejected, the applicant is terminated. This process is dictated by though their criteria is unknown. Background. The object was discovered inside the oldest house, in the room that is now used as the director's office. The popular hypothesis, many forms throughout history. Mjolnir, Excalibur, Varunastra, all weapons that of their wielders. If objects of power are the convergence of forces based on the collective subconsciousness, then this may be the original manifestation of that event. If this is the case, see Dr. Darling presentation 11.1 for more details. Also, yeah, chat maybe chill a little bit.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. A side note, remember to cover their connection to the astral plane as well. Now, the service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one.
Cube. Behold
Ingrained
Cube.
in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner and you're it. Lose and you're, well, fired. Thank you. I'm Dr. Darling, Head of Research, Federal Bureau of Control.
All of these little Darling presentations and stuff are done with actual live action. They're adorable, and I love them. Anyway, normal things are happening.
You can't let this happen. 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 You stopped it. You... Oh, thank you. That was... horror. Get the fuck away!
I love the little mist that comes out of these guys. The Hiss. Field research on Hiss entity. Hiss corrupted security guard. Confidential. The Bureau has many internal security personnel. The Hiss was quick to take advantage of this fact. Hiss guards use the standard issue bullpup rifles they carried prior to corruption, while the armored guards carry pump-action shotguns. They have no observed paranatural abilities, with the exception that certain Hiss guards are protected by a shielding of dense Hiss residents capable of stopping bullets. Is the shielding a result of prolonged Hiss corruption? Does the Hiss mature in organic hosts over time? More data is needed. Did the Hiss target individuals with combat training? Does the Hiss have that level of cognizance? Does it utilize hosts for tasks that are best suited to? Combat-trained hosts are reserved for combat? These are all questions for later, though it's obvious that corrupted individuals retain knowledge on the use of their weapons. Say hello to our basic enemy. Regular people who have been possessed by a very bad noise. It is a very bad noise indeed. Still not clearance level 1. I got the gun, but I don't have a security card. And don't worry, Isa. You'll see the normal things. Also, hey, look, the director. That used to be Trench. Now it's Jesse Faden. That's me. Also, that document that mentioned that you want to keep archetypical examples of things away. That's why the vending machine has everything as blank here, so as to avoid whatever problems that they are trying to avoid with that. Also, yes, this game is very much like, imagine if you took away all of the bad that SCP Foundation involves, and you get something like this. I love how the gun looks. It's just really good. Also, we have a map.
Secure line of communication. Guide us. Reach the hotline.
Reach the hotline, eh?
The
I will
hotline,
do my best.
says the dead man. Okay.
Oh, he fell down. Ow, I'm taking too much damage. Ah, I died. Uh-oh. I need to get back into the swing of things. I forgot how to play video games. I got a little distracted by how fun this game is. Also, yeah, that is the thing. Jesse's reactions are very, very, like, okay, this may as well be happening.
The hotline. Secure line of communication. Guide us. Reach the hotline.
Hotline, says the dead man. Okay.
Let my ammo regenerate, and there we go. She kinda is Robin. That's fun. Uh-oh. Is that all of them? Or is there some still around? Oh, there's some still around! Uh-oh! Wrong button. Ow! I'm pressing the wrong button for melee. There we go. Don't mind me. I'm gonna pick up all of these health blobbles, please. Thank you. And don't listen too closely to this chanting. It's not good for your health. Yeah, we have materials now. Undefined reading. Category 1. Blah, 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 blah. Executive. These are things that we will make use of in the future. Chat's having fun. I mean, we are just at the start, QWERTY. I also did not see those messages. They weren't in chat until like a second ago. Hey, more confidential stuff. Executive meeting minutes. Agenda items for next executive meeting. Rising costs of AWE response. Update on mold eradication efforts. Upcoming annual salary review. New supplier for coffee filters to be found and vetted. Please come prepared. Thank you for your time. I really like that all the photos of Trench have immediately been replaced with us. That's just really good. One of those small touches. Nothing in here. It's a bathroom. Fair enough.
Reminder, if you experience an unanticipated building shift, follow these simple steps. 1. Search the room for any altered items or objects of power. 2. Carry the altered item or object of power to the nearest safe room. 3. Wait for Bureau staff to find you and the object. If there are no altered items or objects of power in the vicinity, then reach your supervisor via the nearest intercom and await further instructions. Thank you for your attention.
Ding, ding, ding. We should probably open this. I'm a little concerned there's nobody in the shelter. Well, okay. There is somebody. This is true. For Marshall's eyes only. Subject, another dud. Marshall, we checked out the suspected AEWE in Duluth. Wasn't anything, just like the house fire before this, and the malfunctioning clothes dryer before that. My team is getting pretty sick of duds. We need to find a better way to sort the fake AWEs from the real things. Or you need to rotate those field agents off for a bit. Anyway, we're en route to Sherman Ranch, next one on the list. Let's hope this is a little livelier there. Special Agent Keenum. Oh, and these get put into here, I forgot that. Treasure chest. Full of objects. Just, you know, objects. Oh, right, it's closing. Wondering what that noise was. Central Executive.
The hissing sound that tried to invade me earlier. The hiss. Burrowing into everything in this place. Is the hiss your enemy? Alright, it's our enemy. That babble's contagious. It burrows in like an infuriating melody that makes you hum it over and over.
She is talking to someone. You may have noticed when she asked that question, there was a little flare across the screen. That's who she's talking to. We will see more of that later. Urban legends. urban legends are believed to affect the creation of altered materials, but can also dictate the characteristics of an altered world event. Urban legends are understood as the modern evolution of Jung's archetypes. We recognize certain informed by our own and popularized by our media. We have additionally proven that urban legends can even be artificially in popular culture using our Bureau-made anthology television program. Once the seeds are sown, human imagination exacerbates the details. Certain paranatural phenomenon contain clear elements of popularized folklore. AWEs that only occur on a pair of scissors that consume human through 2 punctures on the... So, vampire scissors. I don't think I caught this the first time I got here. I did not realize they revealed what the scissors are. The scissors are vampire. These details, living in the minds of so many, have been given strength through belief. Urban legends are not just stories for children. They are paranatural realities waiting to happen. Oh, that's clever. Visitor evaluations. How to handle unscheduled visitors entering the lobby. Start with the following. Welcome to the Federal Bureau of Control, established in 1964 as part of an effort to strengthen government relations. We are proud to serve the United States and her people as we strive for transparency and excellence in all aspects of our esteemed nation's infrastructure. If they do not leave, then ask them these questions. Are you here to see someone? Are you from New York City or just visiting? How do you find this place? If their answers are sufficiently harmless, explain that this is a secure federal office and that they'll need to leave. If their answers seem... escort them to a private room. Then perform the gunner's psychological assessment. If their responses are within the acceptable range of deviance, see the provided scoring sheet, then blank immediately. Remember, there is no such thing as too suspicious. Oh, that's just that again. Hello, Board of Directors. Hup. Uh-oh, those are grenades! Uh-oh. Ranger second class, Pulaski. That works. Not every anomaly, but many of them is the idea, QWERTY.
Control points. An enemy. Corrupt. Spreading.
I will...
Cleanse the control point.
Yeah, not everything is that, but many things are.
Holy shit. You did it.
We made a room that is completely normal.
Can you hear me? Are you with us? With the Bureau? Are you still sane?
Outfits. We will get more of those.
Please, talk to me. We saw you deal agents.
I will gladly contact you as soon as I remember where you are.
Is it safe to come out?
Avoid modern technology. Synchronicity Research Department. Don't let mold hitch a ride. Perform daily body checks for foreign plant matter. Sector elevators down there. Oh, nice rug. A map, in case you don't know that you have this. Oh, they're over here. That makes sense.
I can't tell you how happy I am to talk to somebody sane.
The feeling's mutual. Yeah, I'm Pope, Emily Pope, Dr. Darling's assistant.
My turn. Should I lie? Jesse Faden. I'm just visiting. I should have lied.
Oh, shit. You're the new director. Hold on. We're coming out.
Director Faden.
Call me Jesse.
Okay, Jesse. I'm Emily. Like, somehow, this hostile force, this
Hiss?
that works? Somehow the hiss managed to infiltrate the building without any warning.
And just like that, my name for it is official. The hiss. Like the sound of poison gas leaking in.
We're in full lockdown. It seems to have spread everywhere and to everyone not protected by an HRA. And, extraordinarily, you. You are the director, and that makes you special by definition. Trench is no longer the director, obviously. I'm sorry, I'm talking too much. This whole situation is just a lot.
Trench is dead. Shot.
Ah,
I found his body. And the gun. Do I tell her it looked like a suicide?
the service weapon.
Also, and this can sound crazy, but he keeps appearing to me, saying things. It's hard to make out, but he told me to cleanse the control point, push the hiss out. The whole room shifted around.
You did that? And you entered the building when it was already in the lockdown before you became the new director? How?
I'm not ready to tell her about you yet. A janitor let me in.
I love it. This is fucking unbelievable. I can't even... Look, Jesse, I have a million questions, and you probably have a million more.
Like, do you know my brother Dylan? Not yet.
But there's something I need to ask you to do first. If you can cleanse a control point, then you can maybe cure those infected or possessed by the hiss. Because if that's possible, our options are very different.
Emily Pope. I don't know her, but I like her already. She's the opposite of the faceless agency I've blamed for what happened to me for so long. But I can't trust her yet. Or rather, the Bureau she's a part of. Yes. I can try. I'm speaking for you, of course. We can try it together. Okay. You with me? We did it before. Push the hiss out.
Well, let's see if we can do this. Well, the protective gear is a vest that looks like a speaker. It resonates. And, well...
It didn't work. The hiss has burrowed too deep. Ripping it out rips them apart.
That's not good for them. House memory, hidden trend, undefined reading. We actually have a personal mod, huh? I'm going to just put that on. Hiss agent. The hiss manifests in human hosts in numerous ways. The most common and least intense form is seen in the many corrupted agents floating throughout the Bureau. The hiss agents have maintained their human appearance, undergoing no obvious physical transformation. The most notable distinction from an unaffected human is the fact that they levitate. These hiss have displayed no aggressive behavior. They only seem interested in vocalizing the strange incantation ad infinitum. Perhaps these vessels are only meant to propagate the hiss corruption, like spores or Wi-Fi boosters. Or are they cocoons, preparing to enter their next stage of evolution? When attacked, hiss agents disappear, perhaps entering a state of invisibility, or undergoing a transformation into a purely resident form. Research is ongoing. The player would be the cliche answer, QWERTY. And I'm going to say, it's not the player, it is something else, and we will find out. And also, ear and eye filters might be a good idea, but if you just cover yourself with a vibrant, like a resonance field, you'll probably be fine. There is somebody that she is talking to, I will say. It is bespoke someone she is talking to. Where did she say to go to? Well, also keep in mind that, the hiss stuff is by order of director Jesse Faden, and we created the name Hiss. So, we got this stuff before that name was made. You can choose to decide if this is appropriately unnerving or just a gameplay story dissonance thing. But considering the game in question, I feel like it's supposed to be the former. So let's go into the shelter. Control points. Control points are locations that the Bureau has identified as being vital junctions of the oldest house. When the appropriate harmonization devices are arranged around the control point in the blank arrangement, the surrounding area will not experience any unforeseen building shifts. These control points are discovered by detection of an unobstructive ping within a 37-foot radius. Numerous researchers have attempted to define control points, calling them nerve junctions or vulnerable spots of the oldest house. The common factor in these theories is that control points are susceptible to external influence, which allows us to stabilize the oldest house and work more confidently inside it. Theoretically, the technology could be extrapolated to stabilize the oldest house as a whole, but testing has found that certain parts of the building refuse to be blanked. Yeah, that's entirely fair, QWERTY. That is entirely a fair point. I would personally say that the Hiss research is stuff that we get after these scenes with Pope here. And we just get them mechanically beforehand, just because it would be neat and a little unsettling to get stuff like that. Because here's the thing. She knew we were the director before we met. So there is clearly some degree of when stuff happens in the house, people notice. But I do feel it is more of a what's the word? a mechanical conceit in this case.
I can't cleanse them.
I saw. It was worth a shot. Thank you, Director. Jesse.
I'm gonna tell her why I'm here. I'll risk it. Listen, the Bureau was involved in an incident in my hometown, Ordinary, 17 years ago. The Bureau came in and covered the whole thing up. I've been looking for this place for a long time. That's enough. Maybe that's too much already. I can't tell her about Dylan and the rest yet.
I've seen mentions of an Altered World event case dealing with Ordinary. You were at Ground Zero as a child? It was one of the big ones, and before my time. And very classified. I can try to dig out some old files for you. My boss, Casper Darling, would know, but he's missing. I think he knew this was coming, or suspected. He came up with the HRAs, the Hadron Resonance Amplifiers. I think they're what saved us. A few of us. And Director Trench would know.
Trench, the ghost, or whatever he is, he mentioned something called the hotline. Said I should find it.
It's another object of power, like the gun, an old Bakelite telephone. A direct line of communication between the director and the board. Maybe he can talk to you more clearly through that. I mean, Trench has years and years of experience. He might know how to destroy the hiss.
Where is the hotline?
It's kept in the communications department through the mailroom. It's part of this sector, so we can access it even with the lockdown in place. We'll get the door open for you.
Okay, that's my next stop.
That's Tomasi's department. He's the head of communications. I don't think he had an HRA. He kind of made a point about not wearing one earlier. Keep an eye out.
Well, that's unfortunate for Tomasi.
They call me the director. But that's not me. I'm not a director type. I'm not a leader. Why am I here? I think you already know. Yes, I came for my brother, but there are other reasons too. I said I was looking for answers, but I might never understand them. I'm not looking for proof. This is already it. More than enough. No matter what they told me all those years, I know it's real now. I didn't imagine this. I want to be a part of this world. What scares me shitless is that I finally found it. Only to see the hiss destroy it all.
Yeah, I do get that, Cordy, and I do think in the case, those particular documents are definitely meant to be like, you get them before you're really supposed to.
I know this is all new to you, so don't hesitate to ask me anything you want to know. There are no stupid questions.
Already... Oh, wait, this is... This is more health, this is more healing. Just gonna hold on to those for the time being. Missions, because this game has quests, for the most part. Portrait of Director Zachariah Trench. The only person you should fail is yourself. Good advice? Yet, I would agree on that, Robin. That would be a good way to go about it, I think.
The door to the comms department is just outside the boardroom back in the lobby. They should have gotten it open by now. Follow this. The hotline should be in the communications department.
Let's ask some of these questions.
Where did the hiss come from?
I'm not sure. You said the hiss was here when you entered. Did you see anything like that outside before you came in?
No. No, just inside.
The source is internal then. See, the oldest house is a sprawling complex with openings to other places as well. I don't even know where to start looking. But in the context, it's good news. The lockdown holds. The hiss escaping the building would be the end. Pretty shitty world out there if you ask me, but I wouldn't want the hiss to destroy it.
With you on that, Emily. You mentioned the oldest house. What is it?
This building, the Bureau headquarters, the oldest house, is a shifting place. You've seen it. It transcends its physical limits.
I've been to New York a few times. How didn't I notice this place?
It's an attribute of the building. This is a place of power. The oldest house doesn't like attention, so unless you're purposely trying to find it, you don't, which is perfect for us. The work we do here is essential, but unstable. The Bureau prefers not to be noticed. And we need strong walls to make sure nothing gets out.
So without you, I never would have found the front door. Okay. This Trench guy. I keep hearing him in my head. Is he a ghost? Haunting me?
I doubt we're talking about a ghost in the traditional sense, but an echo maybe. See, if he was killed by the service weapon, your gun, maybe it's his final thoughts recorded by the bullet in his brain, like a deep space probe sending back data. But that's just a hypothesis on my part. I'd need the gun to research it. But you better hold on to that given the circumstances.
I think I will. Yeah. Can you tell me what an object of power is exactly? This is all, well, new to me.
Don't worry, I love going over the basics. So objects of power are mundane objects that house paranatural energies and have developed a link to the astral plane and can thus be controlled, which is what differentiates them from altered items, which are still housings of paranatural forces, but are more volatile and cannot be bound in the peri-utilitarian sense. Got it?
Did she memorize this?
I love
Got
Jesse's
it.
little asides
Thanks.
sometimes. I like Emily Pope. She's fantastic. She is terrified of everything that is happening, but is still very glad to be here.
So HRA stop you from becoming Hiss?
It seems that way. I mean, I hadn't even heard of an HRA until a few weeks ago when Dr. Darling started handing them out. Well, I began analyzing mine as soon as I got it. And each one seems to emit a powerful short-range frequency way beyond anything I've ever seen.
Doesn't the timing seem suspicious?
I thought that too. Dr. Darling usually likes to unveil his latest breakthrough in big presentations. With these, he just passed them out. Yeah, his behavior makes me wonder what exactly he knew.
Well,
Thanks, Emily.
information
I'm sure
has been
I'll have more
learned.
questions soon.
Just let me know.
Also, a bunch of previous directors on the wall. Go up to a certain amount, then just fade away. Oh, there's also a treasure chest here. More house memories. I mean, you probably could look at the readout of the frequency, because sound can be read through certain systems. Like, that's not impossible. It's probably just very weird in some way. Okay, let's go over here. Cafeteria, nostalgia department, communications department, dead letters.
There it is again. Our welcome message.
Shatter projectile boost. Neat. Oh dear. Ah. Travel costs. Week 83 report. Visited the following Nevada accommodations: Desert Sun Inn, Big Sky Motel, Starlight Motel In and Out, Aztec Court, Sleep E Bear Motel, Silver Spurs Ranch, El Gato Blanco Inn, A Plus Lodge. Accommodation, meals, gasoline, mini bar. Boys in research said performing rituals may help identify any places of power. Drinking these little whiskeys is my ritual. Sure, okay. I do wonder if the motel called the Ocean View is going to be found in a landlocked state. But hey, I guess I'm not paid to think, right? And for the record, I again request that you give us the budget to get 2 rooms each night. Agent Rowley and myself are very tired of sleeping in the same room. See you on the road, Agent L. Hines. And yeah, that's fair, QWERTY. That's fair. Given that I think it is definitely meant to just be sound, a weird sort of sound that it is emitting. But it's called the Hedron amplifier, so who knows? Ow. Right, I didn't remember how dangerous that was. Don't go in that direction. That direction is full of bad noise. I accidentally died. Wrong direction. Wait, I forgot to check all the other rooms up here, I think. I did. This is the direction I came from. Warden waves. You know what? Fair, QWERTY, fair. Listen, I know you can't control building shifts, but the executive level restroom has been missing for weeks now. I worked my ass off in the Islamabad station for 3 years. I've earned the right to a nice workplace. If you can't bring it back, at least find out where it went. No, that's just going to be music. And who knows, QWERTY? I forget if they have technobabble about the HRAs. If there are, we will see some. Technological restrictions. The oldest house imposes certain limitations on our bureau, but by far the most restrictive is the inability to use certain technological instruments. The oldest house does not allow devices that receive or emit any blank signal. Radio waves are the only transmittable signal in the oldest house, and even those are often unreliable. If the power of collective unconsciousness is taken into account, it could be that certain pieces of technology are too new in the cultural for the oldest house to understand them, I would presume. Similarly, these items have not been known to become receptacles for altered status. Technology may be moving at too fast a pace for the blank to occur. Modern technology tends to disappear and break here, sometimes quite violently. Agents have been injured by cell phones exploding in their pockets while entering the oldest house. Okay, so there's a possible explanation for what the waves the HRA are emitting. Radio waves. Damage boost. That's for my gun, right? Yes, it is. I'm going to put that on. Just try and not think about the mechanics of the video game. You probably could, Isa, but that would still be a little risky. Oh, this is all the way back here. Nice. Something tells me something's going on in this room. That is a big camera. Nothing else is in here. That seems at least a little important. I'll try and keep that in mind. Okay, we have done a loop. Up. Sector elevator. Here we go. Back over here, where I will not die like I did last time.
There it is again. A welcome message.
Punch that guy. So let's avoid the danger noise. Just continue on our way. Barrier. The Hiss resonance field is a physical impediment that is difficult to define. The Hiss barriers appear as ways to impede escape or access by Bureau personnel. 2 methods have been discovered for lowering them. Destroy any multiple concentrated resonance sources found in the vicinity, or destroy the Hiss entities in the area. The resonance fields seem to require support for their size and density from other non-connected sources of Hiss resonance. Without the ability to draw from these sources, the barrier will fall. Does an inactive structure made of Hiss resonance qualify as a conscious being? Does the distinction make any difference when considering the Hiss? What does the very act of building walls to prevent our movement tell us about the Hiss? To what degree is it watching and planning? Interesting. That sounds dangerous. I'm gonna go over here. So we were asking questions about mold. Mold bad. Mold very bad. We will be back for that. Havana, AWE 48. An auditory event occurred at the United States Embassy in... I did not remember that this was a reference to a real-life stupid thing. Is this? Is it? I don't remember. It's been a while since this game came out and I played it. I forgot that there was a Havana Syndrome joke here. Many deaths were reported, and the outgoing information has been managed. Staff experienced sudden intense vibration and noise accompanied by an intense pressure in the ears, lasted X minutes. No visual phenomena was witnessed. Identifying it, a single cowboy boot is the altered item in this case. Okay. I forget if that political thing that I have brought up came before or after this. Dead letters. Machine God. I had a dream, and I built the thing I saw in my dream. A machine that will contain God, but not the God you know or the ones anyone knows. A new God. This machine will be his body, his heart, and his mind. I made it just like the dream showed me. I used the motor from the refrigerator and coils from my toaster and the fans, plus the timing belt from my car's engine and the wheels from my son's skateboard. God can't move yet, but the dream said he would learn how to on his own. This is just a beginner's body, like a baby, but a machine instead. God only needs a place to start. If you want to interview me, please contact me at the address on the envelope. My phone does not work anymore. I had to use the dialing plate on God. Dead letters are fun. We will find out what these actually are in a bit. But the long and short of it is that they are letters that we have acquired. Well, see, that's not someone from this organization. That was not from the Bureau. That is somebody who sent a letter that we received. Oh, very green. Uh-oh. He has a shield on. Get out of here, jerk. Yeah. Trench, dead letter approval. Greetings, Director Trench. I'd like to thank you for approving my request for the Dead Letters Archive. Cataloging the Bureau's collection of delinquent mail will provide an extremely handy database that research teams can use to search for any connections or related topics found among the letters. Aside from the more functional purposes, the archive will allow us to preserve these windows into authentic human encounters with the paranatural world. The letters came to us from various places and times, gathered by the Postal Service as undelivered. The Bureau is the perfect home for them. I realize not all letters contain accounts of genuine paranatural events, but even the erroneous ones allow us insight into how the unknown is perceived by real people. Of course, I will first compile a system to allow us to analyze the letters for any information or suspected connections to AWEs and other altered materials. So, thank you again. I can't wait to delve into my dead letters. So yeah, these are just undelivered letters of potential supernatural events. It's quite cool, a concept, I think. Uh-oh.
Just look at him. 8 inches wide and capable of storing a whopping 80 kilobytes. Stolen by our friends at the CIA, the disk held the launch codes to Soviet nukes. This is not the disk, of course, but one exactly like it. A perfect fusion of concepts vibrating in the Cold War era collective unconscious. A receptacle. It is a receptacle for dangerous energies to hone in on. And they did. We don't have the details, but when things started flying around the disk, it was transferred to us. It's an object of power. OOP. Oops. Oh, and it can launch things telekinetically through the air. To date, we've launched maybe 3 dozen pencils. And once, we even launched a cup.
Objects of power. OOP. Oops. I just adore that. Okay, let's fix this place up. And now we can fast travel around the house, if one would like. That is pretty good, Robin. Did you get everything down here? No, this door is closed originally. Book Club, Penny. Hello, avid readers! The Bureau Book Bunch will convene at the usual spot in the corner table of the cafeteria at 5 p.m. on Tuesday. Currently discussing Unless You by J.D. Brooks. Everyone should get the reviews to me by Monday before lunch. I can generate some conversation starters before the meeting. Happy reading! Adorable. Good good one, Courtney. God damn it. You will see. Okay, everyone, it's time. You may remember from Alan Wake, one of the very fun aspects of it was the Twilight Zone parody. I hope you are ready for children's entertainment.
Stepping to the FBC, there's lots to do, there's lots to see, but don't touch and don't scream much. Let's join the Threshold Kids. Let's join the
Threshold Kids.
Hey, Meg, what's wrong? My mom's dead. I'm so sorry, Meg. What happened? I don't know. They blacked it out. It's like the director says. Confidential and children don't start with C. The director's a puppet. A dirty, rotten, fat person. Dad says my mama went missing in action. She walked into the city and didn't come back. I don't know what missing in actions is, but I sure wish someone would find her.
I'll help you look, Topher. We'll find your mama together.
Only normal things at the oldest house. It is perhaps very difficult to explain to children why their parents have vanished from the face of the existence. Yeah, that's very correct, Razir. Dead presidents. To whom it may concern, I am being contacted by the past presidents of the United States of America. They appear as spirit guides giving me their wisdom. John Adams keeps saying I need to fix America, but I don't really understand him. They all have a lot of opinions. People tell me I'm imagining it, but Theodore Roosevelt showed me how to fix my lawnmower, and I don't know a thing about lawnmowers. Explain that! I have great dead men telling me about the past and the present. If you'd like to use my abilities to help run the government, please let me know. I know the White House could use me. Yours in earnest, James Bartholomew. And maybe he's it may have just manifested. I think it might also, like, if that show is, like, not manifested and is in fact quite real, it is likely that the people who made it are so used to things being very weird that that doesn't register as weird to them, which may be a problem. Cannot go there, we need clearance level 2. Hoppa. Already in here. Right.
Communications. We're on the right track.
Okay, over this direction. Uh-oh. Uh-oh! I'm... oh. I'm gonna go elsewhere. Bathroom. Nothing in bathrooms. Well, let's open up the shelter. See what's in here. A treasure chest with some undefined reading and some defined reading. Book Club, Samson. Book Club Notes for Penny by L. Sampson. So, I don't usually read a lot of sci-fi, but as far as space operas go, this was alright. The title, Unless You, could refer to a bunch of things in the book, I guess, but I thought it was a little vague and stupid. The way the characters kept throwing it around, almost like a catchphrase, got really annoying real fast. Best part of the story was the space battles. I sided with the Fixers, obviously, because they had the coolest tech and their motos made the most sense to me. Honestly, if I had to choose between some hoity-toity flowers and gun space hippies or a badass bunch of warriors who go around destroying planets like cheap sushi on a Sunday, I know who I'm picking. That scene where they invade City Planet and convert the entire population with using those brain worms, that space dogfight between those two ace pilots, signed me the hell up. What kind of ruined the whole thing for me was when my favorite character got killed not even halfway through the story by getting a battery cylinder launched into his face by a gravitational anomaly. That didn't feel necessary at all. Hold on, I'm getting a phone call. I have returned. That was just a phone call about a job interview that I have tomorrow with the HR of another law firm. What have I missed while I was gone? that would have been very clever, Robin. That's entirely fair, Yiza, with regards to like Threshold kids. When I first saw it, it did actually unnerve me. It was late when I watched it, so the subtle shift of the puppet to look over at me did make me a little unnerved. But that's me. That's how I do. Anyway, I like to think Samson here is the guy who got hit with the pneumatic tube cylinders. He probably accidentally wrote his own death in this review. Anyway, I am back from that phone call. That was a good phone call. Time to resume doing the video game. Onwards to further dead letters.
Object of power. Looks like the hiss have latched onto it. We need to cleanse it.
Uh-oh. How do I get up to this thing again? Man, it's been a while. Right, up here. Uh-oh, uh-oh! Run, Jesse, run! Got it. Button. Where's the button? There's the button. Grab that disc. Object purified. The floppy disk nuke can be bound to gain launch telekinesis. Teach us to believe, Director.
It's harder to hear you when I'm here. It's like the channel's been changed. The board's in charge here. They're pyramids in the Bureau seal. Are they really the ones pulling the strings? I'm not their director. I'm no one's director.
Hey, who's ready for our first power that isn't gun? I love this. I love how satisfying this is. Oof. Launch, align the cube thingamajig into the hole slot to advance score. Oh, got it. Ka-chunk. I love the telekinesis power in this game so much. We found the floppy disk. And we purified it of the hiss influence, and now we have the ability to throw things. Or we will when we are finished with this tutorial. This is perhaps one of the most satisfying implementations of this. Only if Robin wants to. He's the board of directors have advised us that the Hiss are attempting a hostile takeover, and we must stop this. The floppy disk is now bound, delivered. The Hiss antagonist is seeking our astral plane.
There you are. You were gone. Cut off. I got it. Just like you wanted, right? This will help me fight the Hiss.
Now, the gun is very cool. Like, this is a true statement. This gun is quite cool. Your bread and butter for actually fighting is throwing stuff at people. What a rude individual. Well, no, the telekinesis is connected to the old floppy disk. You remember Dr. Darling's talk about how it's part of the nuclear. It was a disk that contained Soviet nuclear launch codes. That is what allows this to throw things. Okay, just a moment. This is happening now.
Cube! There it is.
There is Cube for everybody.
I have fulfilled my duty.
Yes, you have. Feel free to stick around if you want.
I guess. I'm here now, so why not?
You are in fact here now.
I guess I should, I would like to see the game in the stream or whatever.
Yes, I will
like
do
a
that.
Discord thing.
I will do that. Hold on. Discord being slow. But yeah, QWERTY, the reason why the nuclear launch code disk can do that is because it is the launch codes are inside of this disk. So this disk is capable of launching things.
I think also with like SCP type stuff, there doesn't have to be a thematic connection necessarily.
True, though I do like when the connection is more clear.
Fair enough.
Well, I mean, you can't throw things unless you're holding things. And yeah, I will say that is something that this game does that I wish they could do, where as you collect these objects of power to give our main character these powers, she just gets like little collectible keychains of all of them. Because otherwise, she just kind of like absorbs it into her body, like a magical item. and it's a little weird.
Hmm.
Like, that part is weird. She does not have to hold the floppy disk to do it. She can just do it because she has absorbed it. That is something that I would agree could be done a little better, in my opinion. Anyway, the floppy disk must be contained in a cell with no other loose material. The object is an 8-inch diskette containing Soviet-era nuclear launch codes. When bound, the object allows para-utilitarians to telekinetically lift material and throw it a short distance. The object is currently bound to X for research purposes. Yeah, like, that would be better, but it would make the gameplay less seamless, if that makes sense. Because they want you to be able to do the powers with the gunplay at the same time. So something that allows you to also gun while lifting and throwing stuff.
Wait, can you fire the gun while holding something?
Yeah.
I thought you could only do one or the other.
I'm pretty sure you can. Stolen from a Soviet military base located in X by agents X and X with the CIA. The diskette contained launch codes to blank missiles believed to be reserved for use against America. After being returned to America, the diskette began throwing computational hardware at members of the decoding team. An informant in the CIA tipped the bureau off and was requisitioned by agents the next day. Now, it mentions that it can throw short distances. That's not a short distance. We are very powerful.
Can you try shooting while holding something just to see if you can?
No, I cannot. You are correct. I was
so
wrong.
Here's what they could have done for like fancy objects giving you powers. You've got one hand unoccupied while you are levitating and throwing something. You could be levitating the floppy disk with that hand to represent that you are using it.
That is true.
And then for subsequent powers, you could be levitating that item because you have levitation. But I guess then the floppy disk wouldn't be present.
Yeah. It's a difficult thing, especially given what some of these objects of power are going to be. But
Jessie should wear the floppy disk on her head like a hat.
Or on her back, like a weapon that she has equipped but not in use. Also, I do really like the force of you grabbing things and then just zipping over to you and then getting thrown. I remember a million years ago, an old associate of mine was really hyping up the game Crisis. Okay, so gun is here. And psychicking, gun vanishes.
Yeah, the gun just disappears in a frame. That's just standard video game stuff.
Yeah. And then it swoops back into the hand. Now, to be fair, the gun is also, like, made out of cubes. So it could definitely just, like, cube away into your pocket. Cube! But yeah.
Anytime you say the word cube, I'm going to play that sound effect.
I will keep that in mind. But yeah, a friend, an associate of mine told me it was really hyping up Crisis and how you could pick up and throw things with extreme force. And I saw it and I was like, this is incredibly wimpy and boring looking. Meanwhile, in Control, this is godly. This is heavenly.
This is a heck of a power to give you first.
I really like telekinetically picking up and throwing stuff at people and making it very forceful. It just makes it so good to use. The gun is just kind of like always in her hand unless she is using a power. And then it just rematerializes out of the cubes.
It does, yeah, it does have like an animation for forming back in your hand a little bit. It looks like.
I need security level 1. I can't believe I'm the director and I don't have any security clearance. No one has even considered printing me off like a card. But yeah, I also know people have hyped up Half-Life as having physics-enabled environments that are very intensive and good, and this game feels like a modern version of that.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah, we now have throwable objects. We have people to throw those objects at.
Do different objects do different amounts of damage?
Yes.
Good.
And have different effects.
Yeah, I did see the fire extinguisher explode when you threw it.
Yeah. We also have a new research and records. The Hiss Ranger. Rangers are the Bureau's well-trained and well-armed expeditionary forces. Their Hiss-corrupted counterparts are equally formidable. Prior to corruption, Rangers were trained to use a variety of weapons in order to face any threat found during an AWE response or threshold exploration, including submachine guns, assault rifles, and automatic shotguns. Hiss Rangers utilize these weapons as well as the advanced tactics taught by Bureau instructors. Some are additionally outfitted with Bureau-made body armor. Hiss Rangers have no observed paranatural abilities beyond some being protected by a shielding of dense hiss resonance capable of stopping bullets. And yeah, I would agree, QWERTY, this is not meanwhile to Crisis. It's just like the difference in impact of the grabbing and throwing a thing is so stark to me. That's just the comparison I wanted to make. Anyway, considering the advanced training the Hiss Rangers are capable of applying to their situation, is it feasible to consider the human mind still remains intact to some degree? Or is the Hiss able to tap into this combat training and utilize it? Further observation is required. I really like this game, so I'm glad to show it off to Pope.
Emily said that
Heck
the
yeah.
hotline can be reached through the mailroom.
The thing that the telekinesis is reminding me of is City of Heroes, because if you pick the gravity control power set in that game, one of your moves is throw random object from the tile set you're in.
That's pretty good.
I've never tried that power set, but it's pretty funny on the character creation like previews to just like pick up a random like dumpster or whatever from nowhere and throw it.
That's fun. I don't remember when we get it, but there is an upgrade to this, to the levitate power, that lets you just rip chunks out of the wall and ground to throw instead.
Wow.
They're weaker than regular objects, but it does allow you to do that.
That makes sense from a gameplay standpoint, but maybe not from like a how much would it hurt to be hit by a chunk of concrete standpoint.
Yeah. Oh, hello, Karma. Yes.
Hello.
There is cool people detected. There's QWERTY in chat, and Giza in chat, and Razir in chat, and I remember Enderlord being there, and Robin's here also is cool.
I can turn down my own volume a little bit, Isa.
Okay, sorry about that, Isa. But yeah, there's a lot of...
Is this better?
There's lots of
I
cool
lowered
people.
my mic gain a bit. Also, I am in this call entirely because Isa said I should join the call and press the cube sound effect button from Sonic Colors, which I had to go download because I didn't have it.
It was very funny and a good decision. But yeah, this is Control. This is a very fun video game by the people who made Alan Wake. There's a lot of blood on the floor.
That's probably fine.
Locked. Maybe there's a key nearby.
Hey, there's a key nearby.
This must open the door.
We have clearance
Hey,
level
clearance
1.
level 1.
We also have a control point that we can control before the hiss take. But yeah, all of you watching and all of you in chat with me, which is just one person, are very good and cool.
Do you mean in call with you?
Yes. I meant
Okay.
that. There's never anything in bathrooms. Why do I keep on checking?
There's gonna be something in one of them eventually. It's
Probably.
like in any game where you can check trash cans, and there's something in one of them that's like, like 65% of the way through the game, and nothing else is ever in one.
That is a good point.
I don't remember what game I'm thinking of that had that. I think there's a game where the game even calls you out for checking trash cans, and the character insists that there's going to be something in one of them.
That's very good. One thing.
Eventually there is.
Look at all these cubes. Cubicles based on these computers.
You said it twice.
And
cubicle counts.
There's a bunch of not too good folk here that we got to deal with.
Does that just go through the shield?
Yes. Physical. The shields block.
It did say, yeah, they block bullets. That makes sense.
This is not a bullet. This is a computer monitor.
Yeah, in Stars in Time did have like not trash cans, but various things you could check, and then Sifrin would get called out for checking.
Yeah.
But I was thinking of something else, so I just don't remember what it is.
First class coal. He's
Oh, I can't believe you found an NPC invader after lighting a bonfire.
I did. That is factually what happened.
I forgot again that Pokemon Black 2 even had achievements, but I guess it did.
It does.
That's weird.
It does have achievements. Also, sorry if the footage is a little choppy suddenly. I don't know what's going on. Data breach. Confirmed data breach.
I guess it's possible that streaming Timmy has made it choppier.
Possibly, but it's no big deal. Things are still working properly. No one's calling it out. Anyway, last one.
Also, I can read some of these if you'd like to not have to read everything.
Okay, sure. You can read this one, which has a bunch of foreign, non-standard names to read.
No, you can read this one actually.
Last month, our on-site server experienced an intrusion by unauthorized users. After a thorough investigation, it was confirmed that the users only accessed a video file, which contained portions of various Dr. Darling presentations. Investigators were able to track the users through the IP addresses. The following are the confirmed identities of these users: Patrick Strutzen, Rubens Noguera, Arto Kolamaki, Christopher Mills Bowling, and Jaco Sarinin. I am sorry to everyone who has ever existed. If I had the time, I would look up how to pronounce these. These individuals are in breach of Bureau Code 91 and have been placed under surveillance by our external investigation team. Further action is pending. Also, speaking on the investigating trash cans everywhere, in the video game series Trails in the Sky, every single treasure chest in the English version has a unique dialogue if you check it after opening it.
That's kind of ridiculous.
The reason for this is because when they were translating the game, they discovered, to their horror, that the message in Japanese that was just like, this treasure chest is empty, was not a single instance of that message that was applied to every treasure chest, but in fact every treasure chest had an individual copy of that message attached to it.
As someone who has made stuff in RPG Maker, even though that game is not made in RPG Maker, that makes sense to me.
Yes. And
RPG Maker took a long time to implement, like, common event for treasure chest, I think.
Yeah, and the English localizers decided to have fun with it, and it was so enjoyed that it became an actual achievement in the game when it was re-released on systems with achievements. to see all of those messages, and I believe is like officially a thing that they do now on purpose.
Good.
Marshall, lockdown distinctions. This one you can read.
Pay attention, Alberto. This is the last time I'm explaining this. Internal lockdowns are manually triggered events that lock one or all of the sectors by restricting use of the sector elevator, effectively locking staff in their sector until the emergency is handled. They can only be lifted via the directorial override and maintenance, once the director is satisfied that the situation is under control. External lockdowns are a bigger deal. Nothing in or out of the whole building. It's only triggered by a code red containment breach, based on some complicated system that security and research slapped together. It can only be lifted once A, the threat has been neutralized, and B, a high-clearance individual gives the system the all-clear. The process is not the same as the directorial override, so stop saying so in the documentation. I know it's confusing as hell. I've told Darling 100 times to change it, but they're adamant it stays the way it is. Honestly, I don't think they even know how to change it at this point. Let's just make sure our staff understand how this mess all works, okay? Marshall.
Now this raises questions. We were able to get into the building, so that means it's not an external lockdown.
I don't think anyone mentioned anything cataloging specific Pokemon trash cans. That's interesting.
Yeah, that is very interesting, Cordy.
I'd say there's probably, if I had to randomly guess how many trash cans in Pokemon have had an item in them, I would say like barely a double-digit number, like 11 or 12 or 15 or something.
Well, we found more mold.
That's bad, right?
Yes, very bad. Drains our health. There's something over there I would like to get, but I can't. So we'll have to leave that for the time being. Oh, this person also has clearance level 1. We already have this, but
you can add them together and get clearance level 2. That's how it works, right?
Sadly, no. Oh, voice log. America
You're
Overnight.
listening to America Overnight, mystifying the airwaves for more than 29 years.
So radios are allowed in here.
Yes,
Ghosts.
radio waves are allowed.
We've had many callers over the years telling
Ghosts.
us of hauntings, voices, and other phantasmagorical phenomena. Today, friend of the show, Dr. Quincy Reagan, tells his story. Quincy, thanks. This is something I experienced recently while staying at the Chili Pines Motel in Macon for last year's Suspicion Con. I was in room 47. The night manager, an avid listener of the program, insisted I take this particular room. Now, the manager explained that years back, the body of a man was discovered under the bed, inside that wooden border that motel beds tend to have. And the body had been there a week, he said. Guests had stayed there, sleeping with the corpse a foot below. They only found the body when housekeepers complained about the smell. Hauntings have been reported in room 47 ever since. I happily took the room. I fell asleep pretty quick, checking under the bed first, of course. No ghosts visited me, no chilly spots or flickering lights. But when I woke up, I found myself under the bed. It was dark and stiflingly hot. Luckily, I was able to push the mattress off and crawl out before I suffocated. The night manager was kind enough to find me another room. Oh, there you have it, listeners. What we call ghosts take many forms. Quincy was brave enough to tell his story, and I encourage you to keep calling and writing whenever you encounter something strange, something you can't explain. Maybe you're seeing colors that we have no name for. Maybe your toaster is possessed. Remember, dear listeners, when no one else believes you, we do.
Well, dang.
America Overnight, We'll be right back.
That's creepy.
Is it?
I mean,
A little bit.
a little bit.
Maybe I'm unfazed by things.
You are good at handling creepy stuff.
I don't know why.
Because, I mean, partly you are a ghost.
That's true.
I have been visited by a ghost. She's right here. She's super cool. She's Robin.
Hello.
Another... Turn that off. That was an RPG.
Also, apparently there's way less trash cans in Pokemon with something in them than I guessed, by the sounds of things.
That's okay.
I was thinking I would guess lower than I guessed, and then I, like, over-corrected or, like, overestimated, because that seemed more likely somehow in the moment.
Yeah, that's fair. Guy...
Yeah, I can only think of, like, 2 personally, maybe.
Welcome to the mail room. Hey, Tomasi!
I think there's a trash can in the old chateau, the place where Rotom is, that has stuff in it.
That would make
anyway,
sense.
boss fight, I guess.
Yep, it is time for a boss fight against Tomasi, who can dodge. Not when he is charging up his own attacks. Okay, he can dodge thrown objects when he's doing that. He cannot dodge bullets. No, where'd you go, boy? Where'd you go, bud? There he is. Ow. Ow. Again. This guy does a lot of damage. He is a genuine threat. I'm stuck on a wall! Ouch.
Oh no. Does this game have regenerating health?
No. No, it does not.
Oh, I see.
However...
Oh no, ads.
The ads do drop items, like healing, so... It can help. Let's... Go pick that up real quick. Ow! I did get a life... I did get a life profit.
I was gonna say something like that too.
But, yeah. Tomasi is a very... This is a difficult fight this early on in the game because you really only have 2 powers, and he is not very susceptible to one of them.
Are you counting the gun as a power?
Yes.
Okay. I wonder when we'll get a new form of gun.
I think, like, soon?
It feels like it should be soon in terms of, like, game design and progression and the pace of things.
Yeah.
They can fly now. Great.
Pokemon Yellow adding more empty trash cans is pretty funny to me.
That is pretty good. Why have you done this, Pokemon Yellow?
It's a metaphor for the state of the world.
I mean, true. It's already had a hero go through it, ostensibly.
think it takes place concurrently with Red and Blue, actually.
That would make sense.
I meant the real world.
Ah,
Everyone knows about how Pokemon Yellow is all about its real world relevant messages.
this is very true.
Oh, Gen 2 is where there was leftovers in the trash can. I thought there was that in Gen 1 somewhere for some reason.
Mossy, please. Ow! What? Oh. Ah! Guy with shotgun! Heck.
Oh no.
Did not notice there was a guy there, and...
Oh right, that's a good point. Gen 1 didn't have hold items. Maybe they put it in Fire Red and Leaf Green then.
shotguns do lots of damage.
That's true.
This is probably one of the more difficult fights in the game. So, this will be a bit of a stopping point for us until we get through it. But...
classic of video game, where one of the early bosses is one of the most difficult ones.
Yes. However, we got this. I'm also pretty sure you can hit him with thrown objects. I just forget how.
They can fly now. Great.
I recently watched the final Star Wars movie because I'm bored a lot of the time. And every time she says, they fly now, I think about the scene in that film where some dirt bikes intentionally catapult some stormtrooper guys off of them into the sky, where they turn on their jetpacks, and then Rey is like, they fly now? And
is that where that meme is from?
Yes. And then Poe is, Finn is like, they fly now! And then Poe is like, they fly now. And then those soldiers proceed to do nothing of any relevance for the entirety of the chase scene, because that film is very bad.
Oh. Sounds like an engineered meme to me.
No, they were intending it to be, like, serious and on purpose. The film is very bad.
Just like having 3 characters repeat "they fly now" in succession sounds like, hey audience, remember this line.
I mean,
it's funny, right?
A little bit. I could see it maybe being like an intentional joke, but it is legitimately just a very badly written movie. Tomasi, please, calm down. Ow. Ow again. I need guys to hit with rocks so I can get health orbs out of them. Ah, I hit him! Got him with that one as well. Heck! Uh-oh. Oh, I've been getting encoding overload issues, apparently. Has the game looked good at all to the people watching? Heck.
I can say it's skipping some on the Discord stream, but I'm not looking at the regular stream now.
Yeah, that's how the game is actually working for me as well. I'm at people in chat. How does the game look?
Razir says it looks alright.
Okay, thank you, Razir. And thank you,
Yiza
Yiza.
says it looks alright.
Yeah. And yes, Yiza, you are correct. The Rise of Skywalker is a terrible film made to appease awful people. It is perhaps one of the worst films I have ever watched. In terms of just, like, sheer nothingness. But nothing
I
of
think
value
my
is
only
here.
knowledge was that people complained about new Star Wars movies.
They always...
Which I guess that's true of anything that has ever existed.
Yeah, like,
So-
they do always do that. That's... From the first Star Wars on, every film has had a bad initial reputation.
People are just so negative all the time.
Yeah. Tomasi, please. Buddy.
For example, about 98% of the replies in a Final Fantasy XIV Reddit thread about the job changes for the new expansion are complaining.
Wild.
The other 2% is warriors who are like, I have a new button to smash things with.
Warriors got absolutely no negative changes. It's kind of wild.
I think I also saw a bard who was happy.
Ah!
Isa would like to be on the call as well.
Hold on, let me
Yeah.
avoid dying.
So we can switch to one of those rooms.
Yes. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Oh, wrong one. I'm bad. There we go.
Hello.
Hello. Yiza is also here.
Hello, Isa.
Hi. The stream's broken. It's frozen.
I had to pause it very briefly to ensure...
No, nothing's moving on it.
Yes, because it's paused. It's paused, Yiza. I have paused the video's game. Because a certain friend wanted to be in calls.
Which one? Oh, wait, it's me!
Yes! Haha! That missed, probably.
Yeah, that didn't hit.
Ah, got him!
That did.
B, I love you.
Love you too, Isa.
I said B.
Oh. I heard it as just like a sound and not a name. Sorry.
B, I can't believe that your name is a name. It's just a sound.
Every name is made of sounds.
Hiss elevated agents display abilities similar to telekinetic competencies observed in Bureau para-utilitarians. Some prefer to charge their targets, while others launch objects at them. Telekinetic attacks have been ineffective against the Hiss elevated due to their own talent in the area. They do not use any weapons except their own paranatural capabilities. Some Hiss elevated have been seen levitating while strapped into chairs. This is likely the result of individuals being corrupted while undergoing cognitive recording in parapsychology. However, how are they able to use paranatural abilities? It is possible that these individuals were bound to objects of power prior to corruption. It's also worth considering that the Hiss resonance can identify and express latent paranatural abilities in the individuals it corrupts. Interesting information there.
Parapsychology is such a scary word.
It's
like, psychology already is just such a bad field of science.
Sure is.
Adding, like, weird magic stuff on top of it just is like, I don't trust anything that any conclusions they come to.
Yeah. Also, thank you, Qwerty, for listing out all of these. This is actually quite fascinating.
Yeah.
Yeah, Qwerty's the trash can expert now.
Qwerty is an expert at many things.
This is true.
I agree.
And I don't think there's any pickups here. I obliterated that desk.
I'm trying not to complain about psychology in exactly the same way I've complained about psychology every other time it's been brought up in any context.
Why, though? You have plenty to complain about. And you're right!
I mean, that's what happens when I was briefly a psychology major, I guess.
I took psychology as an A-level, which is like very end of high school for you Americans. And Looking back on it, I'm guessing that you were taught about the Stanford prison experiments too.
Yes.
Extremely bad study, been discredited, like, super hard, extremely hard. Basically, the whole thing was faked, massive flaws in the sort of execution of the study, extremely unethical, basically just made to produce the expected result.
Yes.
And they still taught it for so long.
Terrible
Awful.
stuff. Terrible stuff.
Anyway, you got read.
Butte, AWE 17. A spate of disappearances was traced to a home in the city of Butte, where Bureau agents discovered a translocative light switch cord. Bureau agents arrived at the home of a local celebrity located at blank blank, which had been connected to a total of blank disappearances in the area. Agents found no one inside. While searching a closet, an agent pulled the light switch cord and disappeared from view. Another agent was selected to pull the cord in order to replicate the event. He disappeared as well. Both agents were discovered at the oldest house, X days later, found in a sealed room by rangers exploring a new area of the house. The light switch cord in the Butte home's closet disappeared during this incident. Mysterious.
Oh, teleportation power.
Translocative light.
Oh, is that quick travel? Is it hang and not quick travel?
No, we can already quick travel through the control points because we just kind of like ask the house to please move us to the location, and the house is like, thumbs up.
Roberto
Yeah, but like
Tomasi,
without a
head
control
of
point as well.
comms.
Yeah. Tomasi's ID. Well done, everyone. It was a strong campaign and perfectly executed.
Okay, QWERTY. That is one heck of a... Yeah, that's the thing I remember. I remember getting that achievement, and the game was like... And I was like, but why would you assume that I thought that they were empty? I didn't assume that they were empty. I've found items in trash cans in open games before. That's 7? There's 7 of them?
That's
then
really
why?
funny.
Why would you say that?
That's really funny. I'm sorry.
Why are you making fun of me for looking at trash cans when you put loads of stuff in the trash cans?
Okay, we got an audio file
All right,
here.
take this down. The situation in Cuba has been evaluated by the relevant authorities. The mysterious illness affecting the staff at the U.S. Embassy in Havana was caused by sonic weaponry in the hands of a foreign power. Numerous personnel have damage to the inner ear, but most are expected to make a full recovery. Of course,
didn't
that
say
also
it like
damaged their cellular walls, but you can't blame that on some stupid noise gun. Thank God no local doctors examined them first. Honestly, what are the odds an altered item will show up inside a U.S. embassy? Talk about good luck, huh? So much easier to... Hey, are you still recording this?
Tomasi seems like he was maybe kind of a rude person.
Yeah.
Hotline chamber. Who is ready for the touch-tone telephone?
The hotline can't be far now.
I didn't have a dial on it, I think, when it was shown earlier.
I'll be honest, I don't know what a touch-tone telephone is. I thought it was what they called those old rotary phones.
No, it's what you call this little toy phones you give to a kid, and it makes noises when they press the buttons to make them feel like they're doing something.
Okay, I did not actually know that. Butte supplement.
I made that up. I don't know what a touch tone is. I assume it's just you press buttons and they make noises depending on what button you pressed. So, like, if you're blind, you can be like, yes, I definitely pressed the 2 button.
That would make sense, yes. According to their testimony, the agents had been transported from the Butte home to a roadside motel named the Ocean View Motel and Casino, and discovered a room key by performing a ritual. The room opened a door marked with an inverted black pyramid, which they only learned after a lengthy period of trial and error. After pulling another motel cord found inside this room, they were transported to the oldest house. The disappearances of the home's owner and other locals of Butte have been attributed to the light switch cord. The Ocean View Motel is now known to have many doors and pathways. Since the occurrence, identical light switch cords to the one found in the Butte home have begun appearing throughout the oldest house. At the time of writing, blank light cords have been found in the oldest house located in the end sectors. These all access the Ocean View Motel, though how exactly this link operates is but an initial hypothesis center on the Butte AWE as a... See Dr. Darling's presentation. Forgot to use my chapstick after I got it. Okay. Who is ready for a cool telephone?
I'm never ready for a telephone, to be honest.
Security log. Director Trench, Bill Everett, who's a custodian. Trench, Everett again. Trench, Everett. Trench, Everett. Carol Bishop, whoever that is. Hotline chamber. Hotline is designated for director use only. Disregard of this policy may result in fatal psychic trauma. So, be careful. Director only after this line. Okay. Thank you, Qwerty. But, yeah.
The Ocean View Motel and Casino. Dream logic. The light switch cord. Door marked Black Pyramid.
Well. Notice. Ocean View Motel and Casino entry point. Catalyst light switch. The law of 3 applies. Ritual attunement required. Agent must orient and anchor motel to their personal frequencies. Stand here.
Whoa. Have we been here before?
Welcome to the Ocean
No.
View. Uzumaki.
I've stayed at a lot of roadside motels across the country. On the road, on the run, under the radar.
Microphone.
This feels like all of them, like something recognized from a dream.
A right side up pyramid, an upside down black pyramid. And none of these
Has
doors...
Jessie referred to herself with we before this moment?
Jessie has used it occasionally, and it is always used in reference to the other person that she's talking about, like stuff that we have done together. Square, thumbprint, and mysterious spirals. Washington, American Airlines. See America. Welcome to Montana.
I'd rather not see America, honestly.
See America. Welcome to Montana.
I don't want to.
I would rather not either. New York. Miami. I'd like to see those places. Well, New York, because that's one of the places where Qwerty is sometimes. Ranger Naturalist Service. Headquarters Loomis Memorial at Manzanita Lake.
Manzanita, maybe?
Manzanita, that's how you would say that. Also, I love this area that there are windows, but it is so bright you cannot see outside of it, making this place feel very otherworldly. Also has...
in contrast to the other places we've been.
Yeah. Self-serving vending machine for your use. Smoky Western blend, but they're all sold out. And there is a ring bell. 222, 223, 224, 225.
I keep expecting there to be, like, slight changes, or slightly weird things, like all the rooms having the same number or something like that, but they're not leaning into it that much.
Not yet, anyway.
Hello? Anyone here?
Time to ring the bell 50 times like an obnoxious person would.
There is nothing in here, other than magazines, and a coffee maker, and a telephone.
And yeah, Rizier, I also do not have this luxury as an American.
What's in this room?
If I made this game, there would be an achievement for ringing the bell on the desk like 30 times or something.
This room is exactly the same in every way.
Makes sense. It is a hotel room.
This one opened this time.
Oh, it's opening the different doors.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize.
This one has a key in it.
Key has a black pyramid on it.
Oh, that's just a triangle. Don't be fooled.
I'd imagine the Gen 9 DLC would be the same as main Gen 9.
Yeah, in terms of trash can, anyway.
Okay, but what about if Wild Trubbish has an item on it, does that count?
No, because that's a trash bag and not a trash can.
Well, that makes sense, I guess.
Well, we have the key. Hey, look, another light switch.
That's not what I was saying.
And, that's
everyone's
us.
calling me out for being wrong about Trubbish.
That is us in that room with a bridge there.
That's probably fine.
And that could be anyone.
Popular hairstyle and outfit these days.
True. God, that place is cool. Who's ready for no one to talk except for Zachariah Trench's voice actor for a bit? Alright, we have to do this first. We have to prove that we are allowed to use the phone.
Cube!
Yep, we are in the cube dimension.
I just imagine the cube dimension. You just go along a bit and then there's just a desk and there's just this stack of sheets where you just have to keep ticking boxes saying, yes, I know that this number is a toll number and I'm not to call it.
So this is a roving ball of physics, and we have to like bait it out and not get destroyed.
Honestly, this just looks like something that Skyrim would do on its own.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah.
And Skyrim objects do physics damage as well, so...
Yeah. Like, watch what it does to the wall.
There's someone who I've watched do no healing playthroughs of the Fallout games, the Bethesda Fallout games.
Yeah.
And so, like, any damage taken is permanent for the entire run. And I think on at least one point, well, repeatedly over the course of the series, he made a point of being, like, very careful around loose objects. Because just, like, bumping a loose tin can with your foot could potentially cause your character to take damage from the physics.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, I don't remember if that ever actually cost any HP, but that'd be such a funny thing to die to.
We have successfully obtained the telephone.
Yay!
It is a phone. It's an object of power. It doesn't connect to any typical network. A direct line to the astral plane and the board. And my hypothesis is, under the right conditions, to other planes of existence as well.
A director needs a team. My management team. These people know the secrets of the Bureau as well as I do. Some even better. Darling, Tomasi, Salvador, Marshall. Marshall especially. my head of operations. She sees right through me. She knows I don't like relying on people. The only person you should fail is yourself. But things change when you become director.
Thank you for the advice, Crench.
A director needs a team. You must now go out into the world and recruit 107 other people.
I have it. The hotline. I can reach Trench. Well, listen to him. He feels more like an echo. An echo with important info.
This is very true.
I appreciate the rug being labyrinthine in its patterning.
Same.
Oh yeah, that is good.
So, the hotline. Object should be inaccessible for use except to the director. Object is a 1960s era red Bakelite telephone. The rotary dial has been replaced with a black knob of unknown purpose. The phone weighs an amount. The object allows the director to communicate with the board of directors. If used by anyone other than the director, the object will cause lethal. It will kill you. It will kill you.
Psychic damage.
Psychic damage.
Probably.
The object is currently bound to Director Trench. Background. The object spontaneously manifested in the director's office, placed on the desk. Director Northmore was the first known Bureau agent to use it. A battery of tests were run on the object, including blank and blank, but its origin remains unknown. So let's... I forget if the floppy disk, or... Have we seen the full floppy disk presentation?
Just look at it.
I think so.
The one about shooting pencil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We saw it on the
friends at the
TV,
CIA,
right?
the disk held the launch codes to Soviet nukes.
I can't skip through it.
This is not the disk, of course, but one exactly like it. A perfect...
It looks like you can press escape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did we see the full one of this, or just the oops part?
Objects of power can cause or be...
Oh, yeah, we did see that. The oops was over here. Hotline. This one, we did not see the full
Ring,
of.
ring. It's Dr. Darling calling. In 1978, a comms department intern heard the hotline ring and picked it up, going against every safety protocol in the manual. She never recovered, and the handful of witnesses required extensive memory repression therapy. It is a phone. It's an object of power. It doesn't connect to any typical network. A direct line to the astral plane and the board. And my hypothesis is, under the right conditions, to other planes of existence as well. Our very own Ouija board. Only the director can answer it safely, and what he hears is kept classified.
Ding, ding, ding. Yeah, we now have many things to hear from our good friend Director Trench.
It took us a long time to learn how to stabilize the control points, the ley lines, the meridians of the oldest house. Darling found a way to soothe this beast. We discovered we must cleanse control points of all interference. It's my duty as the director, like Northmore before me. I couldn't manage it in my own house, at my home. I'll damn well do it here. Without the control points, the oldest house would swallow us alive. We'd be sealed inside an endless labyrinth, and no one would hear our screams. If an enemy ever managed to corrupt the control points, it'd be over fast, spreading like a cancer, leaping over the fire breaks like a crown of fire. They are the weak point. Darling's right about that. He's wrong about everything else. Dangerously wrong. Suspiciously wrong. Has he been compromised?
Uh-oh. That's not good.
becoming funny that the same footage is used for all of this.
Yeah, that's a little funny.
Ringing so loud I can't hear the voice I'm straining to understand. Why don't I pick up? It's a secure line of communication with the board. They would tell me what I need to know. Do I fear their answers? Would they have warned me of this threat? I didn't see it coming. The traitor in our midst. A conspiracy plotted right behind me. I can't trust anyone. I must assume all my intel has been manipulated. The hotline is the only channel I can trust. Bind it, control it. The rule and the ritual with objects of power. It can't be tampered with. The lifeline to the astral plane and the board. I must seek guidance. Soon. I'll rest first. I'm so tired. Always tired now.
Mood.
I must reach the hotline.
Yeah.
I think I'm under attack. An attack of dementia, exhaustion. It's a brain cloud making me forget. The hotline. I must reach the hotline.
Someone very seriously saying, "It's a brain cloud," is a little bit funny as well.
It is, yeah.
It's just a funny set of words.
A director needs a team. My management team. These people know the secrets of the Bureau as well as I do.
Is this the same?
Some even better.
There is more to it, I'm pretty
They
sure.
have proven themselves.
Okay.
Darling, Tomasi, Salvador, Marshall. Marshall especially, my head of operations. She sees right through me. She knows I don't like relying on people.
Maybe
the
wrong.
only person
Nope.
who should fail is yourself.
No, there's more to
So
it.
I followed my own orders. Northmore hated my guts for that. But things change when you become director.
It's a brainstorm shooting
So
mind
I see
lightning at
this
stuff.
dark void for the horror show it truly is. Filled with screaming fear we pretend to control.
I said the title of the game.
The roses I pruned in the garden back when I still had a family. All dead. Heat escapes my body. My thoughts are scattered.
I like
The
zoned
universe
out for a
keeps
line or two, and I have no idea what he's talking about anymore.
Alone. When I forget that, things go wrong. And my team has to pick up the pieces. Damage control.
He said it again.
Help me get out of my mess.
That was basically a conversation about how he is having problems that and related to the fact that the hiss did get him to shoot himself. I'm pretty sure.
This image of Jesse on the phone is me when the doctor's office puts me on hold.
Same, very same. Hello, Techno Okami. I hope you enjoy.
The Ocean View Motel and Casino is a familiar friend to me. I stayed in countless motels like it while investigating AWEs across the country, back in my field agent days. Those roadside motels all bleed together like a dream. Same and not the same. Anywhere and nowhere. The Ocean View operates on dream logic, and the light switch cord leaks out to be found in the most unexpected places, and sometimes successfully encouraged to appear and act as a convenient lock to keep out those not trained in dreamscape navigation. Even Bureau veterans can only find one key in the motel. The key that opens the door marked with the inverted black pyramid. The rest, the many other doors, are still mysteries to us. We're all merely guests there. Even the board. Sometimes I need to visit, just to breathe easier for a while. It beats the numb, sterile apartment I spend my nights in, insulated from everything but myself. I guess that's where the whiskey comes in.
Nobody's ever tried breaking down any of these doors.
I mean, they might have,
Something's
and
coming.
bad things
The
probably
whispers
happened.
growing louder.
Probably.
The worst winter storm in Bureau history. Retribution for my sins. Our sins. This threat could destroy the Bureau. Everything I've built. Destroy me. A web spun, turning this place against me. I catch
This
glimpses
is just
of the
Trench after watching the
eye.
Weather Channel.
It's just elusive. It's clever. A perverse game of hide and seek. Is this part of an attack?
He just does this whenever he sees the temperatures dropping by a lot.
Dimming
He's
my
a very
eyes.
dramatic man.
It's hard to tell. I need answers. I haven't heard back from Darling. I fear for my friend, my closest ally. I think we made a terrible mistake all those years ago. That thing he studies is putting us all in danger. It's my duty as director to keep the Bureau
Mysterious.
safe. It'll be difficult. What's done can't be undone. There's no easy fix. Magical thinking is a requirement for survival. Pain and suffering are mandatory. To change things, you have to break yourself. I don't know if I have the strength.
Trench, you just need to put on a coat. It's getting colder, I know. I get it.
I can see my hands trembling.
That's because it's cold, Trench. You said control again, Trench.
Okay, directorship. Conversations with the board of directors is less elaborate.
I need to get back to Emily.
I hope that you find like a
Will react
computer with a video
strongly
file on it, and it's
when
just
I
the
tell her
Trench
about it.
video file, and the file itself turns out to be
Is
one
it
of the
too
objects
soon
of
to
power,
tell
and that's why
Emily?
you keep seeing
She
exactly
might
the
be
same
able
footage.
to help.
That would be very funny. Also, hey, Jesse was talking with whatever the mysterious presence with her is.
Yeah, Razier, that's basically exactly it. That's the tone.
This hallway is new. Hey, director's office. Now that we have the phone, we can go here.
The thing about the phone did mention it spontaneously materializing in the director's office.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna my assumption is that you don't actually have to be like directly touching or anything. One of these objects of power use their associated power.
Yeah, as long as you're bound with it, it's fine. To all executive staff, I know there is some concern regarding our operations exceeding the annual budget. So long as we operate within the oldest house, we are obscured from scrutiny in many respects. If our budget demands are not exorbitant to the point of drawing attention, then they will be granted by the U.S. Treasury without question. The FBC is just another line in another spreadsheet that some lowly accountant won't even notice. Their eyes will skip over us as if we aren't even there. Nature of the oldest house allows us certain freedoms in how we operate, and being here is no accident.
He's even like this in writing.
Yes! It's the very well done character performance. If I do say so myself. Which I know
It's
that
very
is-
consistent.
Yeah.
I know that much.
Was there a level 1 clearance store up here?
They were like everywhere.
Yes.
So.
Agent Death
Yeah,
Notification.
the place where I'd expect to find level 1 clearance is right next to the director's office.
Yeah. Dear Mr. and Mrs. Potts, I regret to inform you that your son, Graham Potts, was killed in active duty this past week. While the details surrounding his death are classified, I am honored to tell you that he died in service of his country. He can be proud of his courage in the face of danger, his commitment to protecting our nation against her enemies. He will be remembered by his comrades and colleagues. I sincerely regret the pain this message will bring you. Take some solace in knowing that his sacrifice helped protect the country he loved so much. His effects will be returned to you with all speed. From Howard J. Murray. And if you recall, there was at some point a note about how to write these, and you can see service of his, her country, regret, proud, pride will be remembered. All of those were covered pretty.
And none of all the words to avoid were not mentioned. Yeah.
Yeah. Little things like that. Fun. This game's fun to me.
I am very curious about a lot of what the game's putting out there. Like, Trench was talking about a thing that Darling was studying that they never should have picked up. So that's probably related to Jesse's backstory then.
Possibly.
But also the board is very mysterious. My first thought was they are like the previous directors and the astral. They're in the astral plane because they're dead.
That would make sense.
You can contact them that way.
You need a level 4 clearance to access this room. What's wrong with this room?
Nothing's wrong with it. It's just it's just got squares. They love squares here at Control headquarters.
The FBC, Federal Bureau of Cubes.
Cube! Well then, thank you!
This is clearance level 1. We can go there after we talk with Emily about stuff, maybe.
Jesse, did you get the hotline? I mean, how is it out there? The comms? The hiss? Sorry. You made it. I'm glad.
Emily? Let's talk.
Of course.
I got the hotline. I can make out what Trench is saying now.
Incredible. What did he say?
He talked about his management team. People who knew the Bureau's secrets. Your boss, Darling. Tomasi, but he's gone. He is gone. Salvador?
He's the head of security.
And Marshall?
Helen Marshall is head of operations. She's tough, ex-CIA. She took her Rangers and went to the research sector to secure the HRA production. She hasn't come back.
Someone who could help us. The other sectors. How do I get there?
It's impossible because of the internal lockdown. You can perform a directorial override to lift it, but that can only be done in the maintenance sector. Normally, you take the sector elevator down there. It connects all the sectors, but it won't work while the lockdown is in effect.
We already got past one lockdown. Maybe I can find a way.
Jesse, look, with no prep, no training, in this extreme situation, you are doing phenomenally well. And all that and the hiss can't seem to affect you. I mean, I would love to run some tests on you. If you agree, that is. We could find out something that would help us.
Tests? I don't know. She might find out about you. But I wouldn't mind understanding more myself. Okay. If you think it will help.
Great. I'll check the internal documentation for any lockdown bypasses. We need to get these sectors open to locate Darling and Marshall.
And I'll look for a way inside the maintenance sector. The sooner we find one, the sooner I reach this override.
I'm sure that's fine.
Probably.
But huzzah! We have completed a mission. Just checking my messages.
I don't have a great sense of what's going on.
Well, the long and short of it is that Jessie came here to find her brother and also information about herself and the event that she went through. And now she's the CEO of the company. And we have to fix all the problems that the last guy left.
Well, ain't that much.
True.
But with that cutscene, she did see earlier a janitor letter, right?
Yeah.
Did we see her come in?
Yeah, that was Ati. Ati's the janitor.
Okay, I didn't know. We saw a janitor in that cutscene, is the thing.
Yeah, that was Ati.
I'm just still distracted thinking about Trench dramatically narrating breakfast.
We are at war, hostile takeover. The Hiss is the opposing force foreign power. We will provide countermeasures strategies, except ingest them at control points. These countermeasures missions will benefit you. They will give resources rewards. So yeah, there are side quests in this game. That's how we get
You will
them.
unlock skill points / progression system / skill tree.
Hi, Jessie.
And we have nothing else to talk about with her at the
Thanks,
moment.
Emily. I'm sure I'll have more questions soon. Just let me know. Do you hear that? Someone's singing. Where's it coming from?
Hey, that's not good.
Singing. Sounds like it's coming from the elevator.
Objects up to 20 feet. Bullshit. We've never recorded any distance over 5. Obviously, you never read the P6 data.
Incidental NPC dialogue about stuff that you've done, but it's about how you threw objects 20 feet is funny.
It's very good. And yes, we do in fact have skills point.
I was joking!
So, health. Very good. I will unlock a bit of health. And also, every couple upgrade points that we use, we get new stuff. Energy is fine at 10. It's fine where it is currently. Melee damage is fine. Launch damage. What if I hit them really hard? I would like to
Sounds
do that.
probably good.
And as it upgrades, we can get more stuff. So we can grab grenades and rockets that they shoot at us. We can grab enemies with low health.
Okay, so the launch isn't just one of the mechanics, it's a major part of the entire game.
The launch is the most important of the powers, though there are other powers and they're all really good and extensive. Like you can see
There's 3 others at
three
least.
others, yeah. You can grab large enemies. You can throw large objects. You can hold and launch up to 3 objects at a time, and energy now recovers while holding launched objects.
I see.
And this is just straight damage upgrades.
It, to me, just sounds like she's... The more we play this game, the more she's just gonna become Silver the Hedgehog.
Kind of, yeah. But now that we have used 4 skill points, we have now access to another form of the gun. And also,
Is that another form of the gun, or the ability to equip another form of the gun, but we don't have one yet?
another form of the gun, which
I see.
have to access here. We can only equip 2 forms of the gun at one time. We have the grip and the... it may have been wrong.
Oh.
Hold on. What is this? Additional weapon form slot. Okay, no, you were correct. We have an additional slot to put our gun in, but we don't have anything to put there. So that's my bad. I did a mistake.
Fair enough.
Imagine thinking that Robin wasn't right about something.
I've been wrong about stuff plenty of times.
Every so often, I am just going to destroy every one of these that I don't have equipped. Keep these around. They will be useful in the future. But yeah, we also have astral constructs. We can now make things. We need... I need more resource! I need so little more resource. Fine, I will destroy one of these. I don't care about the projectile speed of my shotgun.
Okay, so one of the things in like the previous cutscene,
yeah,
the board, in one of their either or statements referred to this as a game.
Yeah.
So I assume that the reason they're giving you missions is just so that they can watch you do stuff as entertainment.
Possibly.
And that's why they're bored.
Possibly, yeah. But yeah, this is the Shatter. The Shatter has high stopping power with a scatter shot that devastates grouped enemies at close range.
I didn't notice them refer to it as the game. It could also just be fourth wall stuff.
Potentially.
I suppose.
You can also make mods for our weapons, but they are gacha stuff.
Oh dear.
Oh, well, it makes sense. I mean, a lot of the equipment that you're getting is cursed, so...
Yeah. These are just mods for our weapons or person. And board countermeasures. They give resources and material and stuff like that. Using charge, kill enemies in the executive sector. What will you do when he does not awake? Rude. I don't know what that means. Also, we don't have charge yet. Don't pretend that doesn't exist. Instructions incoming. Head, brain, melon is weak. And
Sure.
also, this is something that I have brought up before, but like this specific talking right here with the multiple choices, this is very evocative of the stuff QWERTY does with Kanice sometimes that I quite like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is the art commercial of war. Okay, only one of these we can even do is this one, so let's just have that for now.
Hope has asked us to document this incantation, she calls it.
You mean like in person?
In person, with a pencil and paper. I think she's trying to get us killed.
Researcher 1's subtitles have been temporarily eliminated.
Yeah, it does that sometimes.
Thy word
Aki.
me in the maintenance.
Also, the Black Pyramid is visible in the elevators.
It should be inverted
Like
when
I
you're
said
taking the
before.
elevator up.
The janitor is a friendly face.
I do appreciate Jesse's dedication to the understanding that custodial workers are your friends.
That Walkman
Yeah.
said pony on it,
It
instead
did.
of Sony.
However, being a janitor who's the significant character in something like this feels extremely suspicious to me.
I mean, it's fine. What?
Yeah, this janitor's probably like God or something, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
How it
That's what
always
they did
goes.
with Bruce Almighty. The janitor's God.
as Ati said, we are coming on as his assistant. Techno Akami is right. That was a thing Ati said. I'm sure it's fine. He's just a regular dude.
And what do
The maintenance sector is the janitor.
what does this agency do?
I can find Ati here.
It covers things
He
up.
can help me
They are
reach the overrides.
cleaners.
Yeah, they clean up the
Maybe
messes.
it was you who got me into the oldest house with the lockdown on. Maybe it was Ati. It felt like he made the elevator appear that took me to Trench's office. Is Ahti guiding me too?
I forget how to switch what weapon, what.
I think it said R was the button. There was a prompt.
Oh, right, there we go.
Yeah.
And you can see how it becomes cubes. Yeah, we now have a shoot gun. Everybody's favorite. It's not actually that good, I think, personally.
Shotguns are kind of hit or miss in terms of whether or not they'll be good. Also pretty hit or miss if you try firing them from a distance.
Yeah. Oh, there's a level 5 clearance up there.
They have a better success rate than flamethrowers in video games do, though.
This is sadly true. That looks like progress, so let's... Can't go over here. Or can we?
That would be interesting if you could, but probably not.
We cannot. This glass is destroyed, but it is still real. Video games.
The directorial override is right there, in the control room. How do we get there?
Ventilation. Janitor's office. Hey, there's a person. Okay. Early on, the scatter is fairly good. So again, just throw objects at people. It's fine.
It is very convenient for our new director that she doesn't have to worry about damaging the building because it'll just, like, reform.
Yeah.
Because she's causing a lot of damage.
Yeah, that is a thing. There is actually a bit of information we will see later that is like any damage to the house's actual structure just kind of gets naturally repaired over time.
Well, it's a living, shifting structure.
Yeah, makes perfect sense. Like, it can do this. Of course it can just refix itself.
Okay, that effect, when you did, like, when the screen flashed little, had the same visual effect that appears when she's talking to her alter.
Yeah, to her friend.
That's connected.
Yeah.
Let me guess.
Blackrock Processing? Blackrock Quarry. The board of directors wants me to do headshots. And, let's just stay over there, mold. Ugh.
The board of directors wants me to do headshots, you say?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, they definitely are just treating this as a game. They just want to be entertained.
To a degree, yeah.
They did.
Wow, you're very excited, buddy. Get out of here.
They did refer to the benefits of rewards. They're basically just being like, dance, monkey, dance.
To a degree. They do want us to also save them from being killed by the hiss. Like, there is that.
Yeah, but I'm getting the impression that the board is like some mysterious otherworldly entity that the Bureau made a contract with in a sort of vague bargain centuries past.
That would make
and
sense.
Don't really know who or what rules over them.
Yeah. Like, all we know is that they're a giant black triangle. Which is cool, but, like...
I mean, do we know they're a triangle?
I mean, they're a pyramid. They've been described as a pyramid.
Okay, I was just wondering if, like, that was just imagery that you were shown, like, while they're there, and not just, like, they are explicitly this big old triangle.
When we've been in the astral plane, we have, in fact, seen the giant pyramid.
We have, but I didn't know if that was meant to be, like, literally their body, or, like, a thing that was there.
Honestly, that's a good question.
Metaphysical, or...
It might be. It might not be. That's kind of like fun of the ambiguity of this.
My theory is that the fact that it's a triangle is supposed to be deliberately off-putting. It's otherworldly.
Yeah.
Because we live in a world of cubes.
This is true. Commander's office is this way. We will go that way, but... there was that other thing over here. Level 2 clearance. That flashing red is a bit much. Ah! Cleanse the merry-go-round horse object of power. I'm sure this is fine.
Ugh, this place makes me nauseous.
Those who are sensitive to strange movements, watch carefully.
Object of power. How do you think it got down
carefully?
here?
Yeah, just like cautiously, I guess. Because like the moves, the walls are
a carousel horse
undulating.
Why is kid stuff always so creepy?
I don't like when things undulate. Undulate is good movement.
Hello, horse. Jesse has acquired horse.
Honey.
Well, almost acquired horse. We still have to prove we can use it. Use evade to complete the astral plane challenge. The horse, Choo-Choo, allows you to evade dash. Use it. Prove. Escape yourself. Yes, we now have a dash. Notably, all of our powers work on the same energy source, so...
Hello, I was away for a bit. Did anybody say the word cube?
Yes.
How many times?
I said it exactly once.
Cube! I said it once. Oh no, wait, I said squares. Never mind. Anyway, it's a good thing she doesn't actually have to hold the oops, because that horse is a bit of a big one. Cube!
Qwerty says you did say it once.
Oh, okay. I thought I said squares. But...
Ah, I got crushed. Uh-oh. So the horse is pretty cool.
The what?
The horse. We picked up a carousel go-round horse, and now we can dash.
Oh.
We have a dash move.
Yeah.
Wait, Lisa, didn't you joke about her getting a horse earlier because of the echoes thing?
I did! Oh my gosh.
Gold enemies are immune to Jesse's attacks. Rude.
I mean, we haven't, like, properly got the horse just yet.
Yeah. The training for it. You and the horse are now bound, friends for life.
Nice. You see, a lot of people don't like this horse, but those that do really do.
Yeah, it's a good horse.
It's a bit of an acquired horse.
Just evasion moves in games like this are good.
It depends on how they're executed, I think. Sometimes they are very, very, very good.
That's true. Now, I
think
mentioned...
it probably depends a lot on what upgrades are available for it in this case.
Yeah, I did mention this already, but I'll say it again for Robin. All of our psychic energy moves use the same bar of energy. So
makes sense.
So stuff that does that will be useful in the future. Also, this was technically optional. Like this is a different. We did not go. Oh, we're not in the executive sector, so I don't need to get headshots. Yeah, we did not have to go that way to get the horse.
It's not optional for the main quest. You have to you have to show the Greybeards that you know how to do this, I think.
Anyway, merry-go-round horse. Feel free to read this.
Object merry-go-round horse. OOP-16KE. Containment procedure. Object should be kept in a confined space when unbound. Description / para-utility. A fiberglass horse once used as a seat for a merry-go-round ride. The pole is still connected to the object. The object is capable of moving short distances at high speeds. This can be quite dangerous when blank its path. The object is currently bound by blank. Background. The object was discovered at the site of an abandoned amusement park. Local blank reported that the rides would move on their own and that they would be chased out. When these rumors reached the Bureau, see America Overnight, episode 235, agents were dispatched to investigate. 3 local blank were found dead at the scene. The object attacked Agent blank by blank. Agents invoked Formula C.5 to blank the object long enough to blank.
So this horse is dangerous. But it is
the
our
danger
horse now. It's our horse now, so it's fine. And now we can,
Now you can air dash.
Yeah. Also
just like Mega Man X.
Also regular dash. But air dash is more useful.
I hope you also get a wall kick, like Mega Man X.
Maybe. Wait, what was that, Yuza?
Oh, I was just going to share a bit of trivia. Not many people know this, but in real life, horses can't air dash.
I don't know if I believe you. They can at least double jump, right?
Wait, you lose money when you die?
Yeah, a little bit. I noticed that earlier.
I did not notice that at all myself.
Mysterious.
Isa, please tell me horses can double jump. My worldview will be shattered if they can't.
It depends. I'm sorry. Some horses can.
Can't dash in real life. Cannot air dash, is what Isa said. Who's ready for another episode of Threshold Kids?
Oh boy. I hope one of these is just completely normal instead.
That would be pretty good.
Hey, it's the janitor.
Yeah.
Hey, Meg! What are you drawing? I'm drawing a dog!
I'm drawing the pyramid.
The what?
The pyramid.
What's a pyramid?
The Black Pyramid. It's in the astral plane.
Airplane?
Astral plane. It's big, white, and empty. Or is it? It's a weird, crazy alien dimension. The white goes on forever. you can get lost in all that white and never find your way back home.
I miss my home.
Okay.
Yeah, that's appropriate.
One of the upgrades on the throw should be to increase the amount of physics in the entire game.
Agreed. That would be good.
When they showed the pyramid, when it cut back to the dolls, it briefly was upside down.
Yeah.
I'm thinking maybe the pyramid is upside down.
Maybe. Hey, look, it's Ati. Ati just has a poster of himself on the door.
Oh, good. He's in the exact same pose as on the poster. I was hoping for that.
Well,
I was about to joke about it.
You got the job. It's place for congratulations.
It is a beautiful touch.
It happened in the last drop. I truly need an assistant.
Funny thing is, I've been a janitor.
I have to.
I'm more at home in that role than as the director.
I'm not. I hated it.
Only Ati here seems to see that.
Yeah, hi, Ati. Look, we need to get the lockdown lifted, otherwise I can't get to the other sectors. Can you help me get to the override?
Yes, easy peasy. It's just around the corner. But first, we need to get you working. Very small, couple of hours job.
Something tells me it's gonna be more than that.
You think there's a dog buried in this? I can tell you are not yesterday's Krause's son. That's why you'll make a great assistant. Very well. I'll hit the facts on the table. Mä kyllä sanon perkele suoraan, that this house has a vermin problem. A bad one. They've already messed up the cooling pumps. And the power generators of a power plant, perkele. And the pensioner inside is starting to feel the band around his head tighten. The situation needs to be fixed before the plant blows up. And we all disappear like a fart in Sahara.
Trying my best to keep up with this. Fix the coolant pumps and the power generators, otherwise the power plant will blow.
But don't you worry. I've left you clear instructions. You'll catch the end of the thread before I go to my vacation. The work's on the task board here. You can do later, when you have time.
Vacation? Right.
Yes, no one's gonna cancel my holiday or seat's gonna rattle. But don't worry at all. You'll take care of it and soon this crisis gonna be last winter's snow. You better go now, so you don't have to run with your head as your third leg. The door in the back leads to the plant.
The door in the back.
Hey, clearance level 2.
That's great. Thank you, Ati.
For those of you who are confused, a lot of that is just regular Finnish turns of phrases.
I was wondering about
Adi
that.
is just a regular person from Finland. That is
And
what
definitely not some sort of god or devil or demon or otherworldly entity or alien or, well, I guess alien would be an otherworldly entity.
My friend who lives in Finland is the one who said that, not me. But yeah, whoever.
That's the thing. Like, the whole. I don't care. I'm going to go on vacation, even if there's an apocalypse thing. He could well, for all we know, this is someone who can just like go to the astral plane and is like just planning to peace out when the worst of it happens.
Possibly. Oh, that's lovely beachside from the lakeside.
But yeah, this guy
property.
is extremely suspicious.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun, though. He's also provided us with our second source of side quests.
Yeah, I was thinking that when you started saying, get you started on some jobs. I was about to say, but before you continue the quest, let me introduce to you this source of side quests.
Yep, you get various jobs from Ati.
I like how he's gone back to maintaining the pose on the poster.
Of course, that's just how he stands.
Yeah, or maybe that is kind of like the sort of image of him that sort of perpetuates the meme of him.
Possibly.
That poster is his anchor to this reality or something.
Yeah. Can I even get to the furnace from here? I don't think so. Right. I don't know where the furnace is.
Yeah, I still feel like maybe he's like a secret manipulator, and he really means it when he's saying that Jesse works for him. But Jesse's sort of like, he recognizes that no one else does, that I'm like working class and I'm not a leader. I'm not sure that's what he's saying.
Well, it might also just be literal, because as has been mentioned in the chat and otherwise, the Federal Bureau of Control does focus on cleaning things up.
I said that.
Right, you did say that. So it might be fairly literal. Ah! The rocket launchers are a lot. Oh. Punch. 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 Get out of here.
Rocket launchers are only a problem if you don't grab the rockets out of the air and throw them back.
Can't do that yet.
Well, whose fault is that?
Literally no one's. It's impossible for me to be able to do that at this point in time.
You could cheat.
I mean, I guess.
Never say impossible.
I'm just saying, if you're dealing with things outside of, like, the boundaries of the natural world, cheating is totally in line with that.
True.
Like, if your enemies are gonna cheat.
Got turned around and I'm in the wrong direction. It's over here.
Okay, so what happens again if that thing blows up?
Power. Explosion. Too much. Director.
In the Netflix Come San Diego show, the villainous group, that's the antagonists of the series, have their two most trusted and reliable fixers are literal janitors. So they're cleaners who they send out to go sort of deal with things are literal janitors.
That's fantastic. I love when.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I still need to see that. I've never watched it.
I think it's pretty good.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It has an evil mind.
Excellent. We have special kids. We have a new message from our boss, our predecessor.
Northmoor was director before me. I never wanted his job. I never wanted
I didn't ask
power.
for this.
I purposefully avoided it. Didn't trust it. Didn't want to rely on it. Northmoor was all about power. A man like an explosion, hungry for authority, for order, for more, until it was too much. I had to find
Alright, that's a little
solution
clever.
in the
I see
end,
what they're doing a little bit.
contain the situation. Northmoor never liked me, but he went along with it, to his credit. He didn't really have a choice. I suppose at the end of the day, a director's most basic duty is to keep the lights on. Here's to you, Northmore. There were no prime candidates waiting in the wings, but I was there. Had been the whole time, keeping my head down, working my ass off. I had nothing to lose. I picked up the gun almost on a dare.
Because is the thing that you're detecting that his name is Northmore because he is hungry for power?
No.
What was
I
it
don't
then?
see the connection there. I was just noticing that the message that you got about the power plant was made out of pieces of that message that you just listened to.
Yeah, that was very cool. Yeah, I was thinking in the exact opposite direction.
Just remember to take the first letter of every circled word to find the real secret code.
Look, if Audie is, look, as somebody who appreciates her vacations, I understand Audie's mentality here of like, look, I know stuff is bad. I organized this for like a week in advance. Not a week, no, a month, months in advance.
It's not just that though. It's also just if the building's on lockdown, how are you going to go out and go on vacation?
That's a good question, Isa.
He does seem to be the person who got Jesse in through the lockdown, so...
Yeah, but also, like, I think that is sort of just a hint at, like, Jesse sort of seeing this and being like, does he not realise just how bad the situation is? But she's not realising just how, he doesn't quite play by the same rules that most people have to.
He might also just be confident that we're going to solve it. Federal Bureau Control. Attention maintenance staff. Object of power escaped the Panopticon a couple weeks ago. They want everyone to keep an eye out for it. So if anyone sees a merry-go-round horse zipping around the sector, alert me immediately. Do not try to contain it on your own. And definitely don't bind it to yourself. Your security chief, Simon Naresh. Or Arish. I think it's Arish.
I think it'd be Arish.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately for Arish, we have already done that. It's fine.
Now you're gonna have a rough voice.
Because you're worse?
Yes.
Yeah.
NCSC power plant.
The way they present area titles is really throwing me off.
It's really dramatic, and I love it every time.
It feels like it's for a different medium than this.
It is so abrupt.
Shatter recoil efficiency.
It's like a movie trailer or a video essay or something.
Kinda, yeah.
It's dangerous out here, lady. Go see Chief Arish. He's just inside. He'll help you.
Arish, right. We're gonna talk to Arish and then call it, probably.
Chief Arish, FBC Security. Shouldn't you be in a safe room?
Oh gosh, it's been 3 hours and 46 minutes.
That is true.
They all have HRAs.
I did sleep through a bit of it, but not that much.
Yeah.
I'm surprised
My
how
name is
fast
Jessica
time's
Faden.
travelled.
I'm here to
Not
perform a
travelled
directorial override to get the lockdown lifted.
Yeah, Chief Arish, FBC Security. I'm just...
Wait, does Janitor Guy have one of those harness things?
It's a pleasure. Ma'am.
Let's skip the formalities, please.
Right. Faden. Ma'am. Look, as you can probably tell, it's a bit of a shit show down here. We've been holding our ground, but whatever's gotten into our buddies has them wrecking the coolant pumps and the power converters. The NSC keeps overheating, and my crews keep getting shot before they have a chance to make any repairs.
NSC?
Oh, sorry. Bureau jargon. It's what we call the power plant. You know, the big rumbling metal thing? Salvador, head of security, asked me to protect it in case of an attack. See, what's inside is dangerous. Dr. Darling seemed to know it would be a target.
Darling? He's here?
No, he came down a few days ago, before everything went to hell. He was out of it. Smelled like a bar mat. He was ranting about vulnerabilities and how he only had one large-scale HRA, but that he needed it somewhere else. Still, at least he gave us these personal HRAs before he left. Hey, did I mention that he was tearing his clothes off? Crazy dude.
Darling knew the hiss was coming.
Listen, I love playing 20 questions as much as the next guy, but we have got to get the water and electrical systems repaired before this baby blows. I'll have my guys unlock the doors out of here for you.
I'll take care of it. You stay and keep the hiss away from the plant if you can.
The hiss? That's what we're calling him? That's catchy. Listen, the radios aren't working, so if you find my boss Salvador out there, could you please ask him what the plan is? I'm sure he will have one by now.
I'll keep an eye out for him.
He sure has a lot of faith in his boss.
Try to stay alive.
Let me ask him questions.
When the converters and coolant pumps are working again, we should be able to get this baby back down to a safe temperature. I hope.
We can. Let's talk to him about this stuff and then call it for today. Also, I hope the occasional notice from OBS that encoding overload is happening is not negatively affecting the footage.
I don't... Probably
I've not
isn't.
seen it.
Okay, if no one has seen anything weird, then it's fine, and I'm not going to think about it.
I've noticed something from this conversation that is happening in the game so far.
Oh?
It seems to be implying that, like, the people who are wrecking the power plant are people taken over by the hiss or whatever.
Yeah.
But Ati said it was vermin. So that's an interesting way to refer to them, I believe.
Yeah. He could be just referring to the hiss as vermin, and, like...
You could see them as that.
Yeah.
Okay, but again, did Artie have one of those sound harness things?
No, he did not.
No, he didn't.
I'm telling you! The guy is messed up.
Maybe.
Something suspicious is happening.
Maybe.
What do you know about the hiss?
Not much, only what I've seen. Well, they use the same tactics that Marshall and Salvador taught us, which makes me think that the hiss haven't completely erased the people inside, which is a pretty fucking horrible thought. Or they're just using whatever they find in their victims' heads. In any case, they are really eager to get inside the power plant.
Why do you think that is?
Shit, I don't know. They want to make my life harder?
Such a good answer.
What do you do here, Arish?
Security chief of the maintenance sector. I make sure all the weird shit down here doesn't bother the maintenance crews. Learned everything I know from Salvador. The best security agent this bureau has ever seen.
And you like your job?
I love it. You know, everyone thinks that maintenance is the lowest rung on the ladder just because we fix pipes instead of writing memos, but I gotta be honest. These are the bravest people in the goddamn building. I'm proud to work with them.
I've done a few odd jobs with these kind of folks. They say what they mean. I like that.
What exactly is the power plant?
Listen, I only know what Salvador told me, but I know it generates all the electricity for the Bureau, and it's got two very simple rules. Rule 1, keep it below a certain temperature. Rule 2, don't ever, ever open it. Oh, and 3, it's classified, so I shouldn't ask.
Sounds like secrets are standard operating procedure around here.
Oh, yeah. It's all part of the job.
What can you tell me about my fancy Excalibur gun?
What do you know about the service weapon?
Not much. The thing is director only. Salvador told me by the time he saw Trench use it. Sounds like that gun can do some serious damage. Yeah, I did see pictures of it once, though, and it looks different to that thing you're carrying. You modded or something? It's new.
Is new a good thing?
Given the circumstances, I'd say new is our best bet.
I like that because it implies the gun modifies itself to suit the wielder, which makes sense. The paper on the service weapon said that historically it has been found to be Mjolnir, Excalibur, Vanispati? No, that's the dungeon in Final Fantasy XIV. Something similar to that, though.
Do you know this Ati guy?
Of course. He's my favorite coffee break buddy. Dude has got some crazy stories. He probably knows more than anyone else around here. You can make sense of what he's saying.
Any idea where he's from?
I'm guessing Sweden.
He's from where he's from. Look, there are just some stones that
See?
are better left unturned. You know?
Crazy stories. Knows more than anyone else about this place.
And even like the people who work down here are like, yeah, like, he's from where he's from. Don't think about it.
He has a giant poster that says Finland in his room.
Right.
Well,
You got a lot
vacation posters to Finland. The fact that
that's true.
He's speaking Dutch. He could be from Sweden. He could be from elsewhere. Who knows?
And like, it's not like you can't travel from the bureau to weird other dimensions yet. We went to the hotel.
Yeah.
Who knows if you even went to the real Sweden?
Yeah.
Or Finland or whatever.
Hey, Simon, got your message. Yeah, if someone in the sector is asking about Adi, just tell him you'll handle it and leave it at that. Under no circumstances should any personnel intervene with his day-to-day routine. I told you everything I know about him, so you could better deal with his odd habits, but yes, it's still very much a classified matter. Also, I saw your report about the quarry worker who wandered into the Foundation. Detaining him was the right move. We'll figure out what he saw before we decide on next steps. Cheers, Linton. Yes, in case you haven't noticed, something is up between Trench and Darling. I know this isn't your strong suit, but try your best to stay out of it. Neat. But yeah, is there a save point up here? Yes, there is. We'll save here and then call it.
You know what they should do?
What?
For this game? If you're playing it with mouse and keyboard, the button that should like activate your powers should be the control key.
I forget which button it is, but I did modify the controls. One of the buttons is control, but I switched it off of that so it'd be easier for how my hand works. Also, the dash doesn't have an upgrade, because the dash is just the dash. There are 3 bespoke actions that you get, but you get more than just 3 more powers.
Interesting.
Heck yeah. I'm gonna unlock this. And some more energy. Okay, we are saved. So, thank you all very much for watching. Control is a game that I really enjoy a lot, and I'm glad to show it all off to you folk. I've been having a good time, and thank you very much, Robin and Yiza, for showing up. I don't... I appreciate it. It was very funny. You don't have to show up in chat every time. I mean, in call every time, so don't worry about it. It was funny, everything with regards to the cubes and stuff.
Cube!
Okay,
yeah, that was important.
Yeah. Is anybody that I follow currently playing video games so I can have you go see them?
I may or may not be streaming later, but not right now.
Yeah, Robin will be streaming later, probably.
Maybe.
She has
lean towards maybe and not probably.
Maybe streaming. I'm going to send you all to Mecha GM, who is playing more BattleTech. He's also streaming for charity, so that's cool.
Heck yeah.
I am going to hit the start raid button.
Or mech, yeah, perhaps. Is this anything?
Maybe. Yeah, BattleTech is a fun game. Y'all go watch him.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
I've hit the raid now button. Don't know how that actually stops OBS, but I'm going to hit stop streaming now.